You're listening to FUBAR Weekly on KDSR, Demo Spin Radio, brought to you by ARC Network Live 365, the station where everyone deserves to be heard. The following program contains strong language and adult content. Listener discretion is advised. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
The fucking thing does suck, Bill O'Reilly, and that's why we got it working again, is because I need that in my life. I need Bill O'Reilly yelling the curse words in my life. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, FUBAR Weekly. Today is Tuesday, the 4th of June. Happy June, motherfuckers. It's 9 o'clock. This is what we do every Tuesday, except the last Tuesday, apparently. Nicole's hiding tonight. We put baby in a corner. See, there's her hand. With us, our guests tonight are the hosts of Open Mic Live. I wouldn't say a competing podcast, because we're very different. We're on different nights. So friends of the show. Were you guys better? No, you know what?
I've never said that in my life.
There's a lot of no. I mean, just looking at the shows, because I've already been on your show, and you know, there's a lot of similarities. You guys are both a live show. You have artists on, but there's. I mean, you guys run your show differently. The different flow. It's not the same. Correct. We're not competitors. We shouldn't be. We're contemporaries. We're
absolutely. I mean, we bring everybody in. We support you. We support any other comedian, musician. We've had actors. We've had all kinds of people. So format wise, yeah, it's all open.
Yeah, exactly. And that's good. I mean, I had a good time when I was on the show. I really did. That was fun. I like having fun. I like doing this stuff. So it's Mike and Stan from Open Mic Live. You can talk. It's taking.
What the fuck's going on?
There you go. See, that's what I like. I like bad words.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Oh shit.
My favorite is when people ask us if they can say fuck on the internet.
Didn't even ask.
Yes.
Yeah,
we really don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's what the F. I always say that's what the F stands for.
I'm like, it's FUBAR.
Yeah.
If we can't say fuck, then change the name.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't even think I asked you guys. No, did I
Yeah,
ask you?
you did.
I did. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not that much of a piece of shit.
If you've asked us, then you haven't listened to the show, which really says a lot.
No, I have listened to.
I'm
the
just
show.
kidding.
What's fucking going on there? I went on there when Matt Williams was there. One of you guys was like, "Who the fuck is Roger Nelson?" And Matt Williams was like, "Exactly. Who the fuck is Roger Nelson?"
Trash.
Trash.
Yeah, we're pretty honest on that show.
No, me and Matt bust each other's balls all the time. I love the guy.
Well,
Matt
everybody
is fun to
does.
bust his balls
He's got to be one of those people. I don't think anybody's ever said anything negative about him.
because he's so sweet.
About
He
who?
is Matt Williams.
Oh, I like him. See?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
See?
He's a cunt.
Yeah, he is. Fuck Matt Williams.
him.
Jesus Christ, fucking jabroni. Fuck Matt Williams. And
I'm
his
just glad
hugs.
he's finally funny.
He is.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I just said that because he was listening.
He's
No,
not.
that I got to say that's one thing that's been cool is, you know, being part of this scene and seeing the development and how much a lot of these comedians have grown, and you know, guys like Matt Williams, I met him earlier on a couple of years ago, and how much he's developed. Kyle Neely in the year and a half or whatever I've known the guy, how much he's developed, and it's just cool to see that growth.
Dude, and the number of those that are coming around, you got your Ricky Hickens, your Marie Williams, you got your, I mean, it's
Fucking
just,
watch out for actually watch out for both of them, but really watch out for
Marie Williams. Are you kidding me, dude?
Holy
I saw
shit.
her and like, yeah. Like not fell in love with her, but fell in love with. That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
my kind of comedy right there.
Oh, dark as fuck.
Oh, and like just don't give a shit type of comedy.
That's probably the funniest part about her. She's so sweet, really cute girl, really sweet looking, and then the foul shit that comes out of her mouth.
Dude, and then she came on the show, and I'm like, I wanted her on the show because of her not aggressiveness, but her don't give a shitness.
Yeah.
And she was so nice.
And she was like, "Oh, but don't pick on him." No, that is not why I brought you in here. No, she is cool. But that's the thing about most of the comedians, though. They are two completely different people on stage and off stage.
I'm the same
You
asshole.
are not the same. You
I
are
am
the same asshole either way.
I just
Even if
don't
you're
fuck
eating
that.
hot wings.
That's it. Hey, that was a fun time. So to catch up, because we haven't had a show in 2 weeks. Last show we did was talking about me being scared to do that hot mess show. And I gotta say there was a little bit of trepidation there. I was a little afraid. I wasn't sure how bad it, I wasn't sure how hot it was going to be, and it wasn't that bad. It really wasn't. The wings were spicy as fuck. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you were there. What really threw me off was my nose started running.
That wasn't the hot wings.
Well, I mean, they say sugar counteracts it. I went with the booger sugar, man. Come on. No, my nose started running on, like profusely fucking running. And that ball, like I can't talk when it just that fucking.
But you kept going for the tissues. I saw that.
I kept going for the tissues, but I also had to be careful because those are the same napkins I wiped my mouth.
That'd been awesome.
You wipe your eyes.
I had to make sure I like double folded it.
His nose
really
is on fire.
Yeah, my nose was. Thankfully, that didn't happen, and the gloves they gave us were good enough to keep that shit out. So I didn't have any, it didn't migrate anywhere, either upstairs or downstairs. Because that was.
We talked to you for a little bit beforehand, and you're not unfamiliar with hot things anyway.
No, I mean I like spicy food, but Nicole's actually eaten those wings.
Yeah, I like.
But she eats like super spicy shit.
I like willingly eat the leftover wings at the end of the show.
But those are
No, you didn't.
those
Did
are
you
hot
really?
to be hot, right? Like they're not there to be flavorful.
Yeah,
They're
as
hot to
far
be
as
hot.
as far as the flavor of those wings went, they were fucking disgusting.
Okay.
Like I would never.
Okay.
I would never eat those wings just to eat those wings. And I like really spicy stuff. The flavor was just god awful.
And you like the wings, Nicole?
I do. I like really spicy food.
Did you like the flavor of them though? Because you've had that.
That's
You've
what he's
had that
saying.
sauce.
I like it. It's very peppery.
They were
to me,
free,
it's like
so that's
a
what
lot
you
of
cared
pepper.
about, right?
Huh?
They were free. That's what you cared about. I guess
Basically, yeah.
leftovers.
Basically, yeah.
But they weren't as scary as the ad makes them, because like we looked at what are they called? How do they measure hotness? And
The
Scoville.
the Scoville, right? So like we discussed before the show, for example, a jalapeno is about
4,000 to 6,000.
these were supposedly
5 million.
So
Well,
based
ghost
on that,
pepper
there's no
or
damn
What's that?
way.
what are they?
there's-
Ghost pepper or the other one?
It's a ghost pepper and
The other one.
Carolina Reaper
The
extract.
bullshit one, right? Okay.
So now those peppers naturally are 2.2 million Scoville.
I watched the girls cry on the internet. Yeah.
Yeah. So 2.2 million, natural. So this is an extract. So they beef it. up.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So this is hotter than the hottest known pepper.
It's like a concentrate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it burned. Don't get me wrong. It fucking burned, but it wasn't unbearable. I had gone to Buffalo Wild Wings like probably 6 months, maybe a year ago, and I ordered the sauce I normally order, and for whatever reason, it was so fucking ridiculously hot I couldn't even eat my fucking wings.
Were the Buffalo Wild Wings spicier or less spicy than the ones you had the other day?
Those affected me worse.
The
From Buffalo Wild Wings.
They affected you worse, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they burned my mouth more because there was some. I'm going to get to the other effects of eating those two
Yeah.
simple wings. There were other effects involved
Right.
that were.
When I eat something very, very spicy, I realize that nothing will ever be that spicy again. And I don't know if it's that I'm getting immune to it or that I'm building a tolerance to it or what.
You do build.
It's
a
like
tolerance.
heroin.
Yeah.
You'll never get that high again.
Well, yeah, like I'm saying, is like the spiciest thing I ever ate was many years ago, and then a couple of years later, that's weird. I ate the same thing again, and it wasn't nearly as spicy.
Yeah, you do build up a tolerance. What actually happens is you start to numb out the nerves. The nerves stop responding.
You
as much.
killed them. Your
Yeah.
nerves don't work anymore.
Yeah.
But none of
Yeah.
that matters once you start to age,
Yeah.
because then the insides control everything.
Yeah.
Because I used to eat hot shit all the time, and
Man.
now medium wings are hot as shit to
I'm
me.
coming. Well, see that I don't have that problem yet, but I'm at the point in my life my body's just starting to do its own shit. Like I used to be able to control a lot with my body. Now my body's just being like, you know what, I'm fucking done.
Right, so you wear 2 pair of underwear.
Yeah, exactly.
I understand.
Well,
That's
Turn
not
them
what you're talking
inside
about.
out, throw them
No,
away.
no.
turn them
You don't
inside
shit
out.
yourself.
That's the Polish way.
Oh.
Brown in the back, yellow in the front.
How old are you, Mike?
Oh shit, 39.
How old are you, Nicole?
I'm about to be 32.
32. You're old as shit.
What are you like 60?
Shut up, Roger.
You fucking old bastard. I'm gonna fucking put you out the pasture.
Dick.
So if I did post the videos of that. We went live with the me eating the wings, and Nicole did a great job on that with me eating the wings, and then I posted the full video actually last week of the first half, the eating the wings, and the second half. And Kyle finally posted my PTSD interview, which wasn't bad. By the time I got there, so it's for anybody who wasn't familiar. You do 5 minutes of stand up, you eat these fucking wings, then you do 5 minutes of stand up, then you go and have something to drink, but you don't have anything to drink from eating the wings to your 5 minutes. You can't have anything up there. you got to deal with the pain for those 5 minutes. So I did my time, basically cursed them out, got off stage. Jander, for everybody else but me, walked up to the stage with a glass of milk. No. It's like, nah, you just go get it yourself. I'm like, fucking dick. So I, grabbed, there was like a little bit left in the gallon, grabbed that. I go outside to talk to Kyle for the interview. And at that point, and this is, 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes after I ate them, it wasn't burning as my lips were burning a little bit, but it wasn't burning that bit. It wasn't unbearable. Where the real problem happened was the drive home.
Oh, really?
Man, as I was leaving, now I tried to eat buttered bread early before the show, but I think I ate it too early. I kind of ate those wings on almost an empty stomach, which was probably stupid. Forgot my Pepto, so I had nothing. I had no antacids or anything. So I get in the car to leave, and my belly started like getting warm, and it just kept getting warmer and more to the point where my belly felt like it was on fire.
That
I was
early?
nauseous. Yeah, I was nauseous. I sweat a lot anyway, but I was like sweating profusely and shivering. Felt like I was going to puke, was dizzy. So I pulled over. I actually left it. I pulled into a gas station on 19, sat for a little bit, decided to go inside, see if they had any like Tums or something. Fucking door was locked in a 24-hour gas station. I'm like, all right, this is great. Guy's probably fucking get robbed. Then I get in the car to leave, and it like went away. It passed. So I'm like, all right, I feel fine now. Let me keep going. Kept going. Got home. Had a little nibble to eat. I wasn't really hungry, and it happened a couple other times that night. Over that night, like to say, my belly would like get really hot, get nauseous, start sweating, and then it would subside. Then the next day,
you got the sting ring.
Man, if it didn't burn so much, it probably would have felt a little good and a little tingly on the anus. Yeah, right. But man, it just as it burns your mouth, just as it burns your mouth, it definitely burned your anus.
Yeah,
it burned. Amberly Madden says, "Hello, Stanuel and Mike. Let's say hi to who's watching."
And Tony's probably right there.
Some guy named Stan. Dan Ost, what's going on? Michael Corbett.
We'll get some more numbers.
Yeah, whatever. One.
One.
Kristen, what's up? Heather Hicks, what's going on? Lisa is watching. Oh, we got to be nice because Stan's wife's watching. Hide the hookers. Ex-wife? I didn't know that. My bad.
Yeah, no, not your bad. My bad, but no, it's still ex-wife.
You know what I do?
Oh, that's right. We talked about that. Congratulations.
With the hot stuff, hot sauce or whatever. So the reason they say drink milk is because the fat breaks up the casein. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it's the casein. Well, the casein in the milk breaks up the capsaicin in the pepper.
So, but I usually take olive oil and I'll gargle olive oil and spit it out, and that will break it up from my mouth.
The two things that work the best are fats.
Right.
Well, fats, alcohols, and sugar.
Not beer though. Beer doesn't work for me.
Really?
No.
The Scoville scale is based on sugar, so it's how many drops of simple syrup will counteract one drop of that pepper.
Okay.
That seems like a sliding scale because
It is.
people can make simple syrup with different consistencies.
Well, no, true simple syrup is
50-50?
50-50 water and cane sugar.
Okay, that's fair.
Plain sugar. You just warm it up, melt the sugar, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
So
I make my own simple syrup flavored for my coffee in the morning.
See, but then that is not a true 50-50 mix because you're putting all the stuff into it. But
Like,
simple syrup is 50-50.
How about stevia? Does stevia break
No. Who the fuck was it? Bobby Katie learned the hard way. Bobby's lactose intolerant.
Oh.
So when coming off stage, instead of having a nice glass of milk, he had almond milk, which contains none of the components.
There's no fat in almond milk, is there?
Right?
It's all carbohydrates.
I don't know why he didn't go with coconut milk because it has closer fat to regular milk.
Exactly. But he went with almond milk and it didn't do shit. And he was having a bad time to begin with.
Yeah.
He probably asked for coconut milk and Kyle just gave him almond milk.
So
the next day I had the hot shits, and probably by midday the next day I was fine, which is good. It was
a 12-hour pass.
Yeah. Once that went, and then that was all right. So would I do it again?
Yeah.
Probably not. I mean, I'm willing to do almost anything for a laugh. It was that burning in my belly for the couple hours after that it was just, that was so bad. I just don't want to do that again.
So that's from the stage. Now, Nicole, from the outside of that, what do you think of that show on an entertainment level?
I like watching people in pain, and
exactly.
I like laughing. So I think this is the third or fourth show I've seen. I don't remember which one, how many, and I just always like it.
Oh, it was my first one, and we'll be back. I promise you that. Like, when I went through my videos just to pull the screenshots
Yeah.
and saw all the pained faces, and then Kyle just going,
Yeah, that
Like-
sadistic little smurf.
it was. I mean, watching people bounce around the stage
Yeah.
was hilarious.
Yeah. That
I
was-
thought anyway.
And I mean, like, John Silman, it fucking toasted him.
Well, he's a girl.
Donnie did a good job. Donnie did a really good job keeping it together. Shannon kept it together pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I think I've only ever seen one person throw up there.
It was like the first show, right?
Yeah, it was Sarah. Oh my gosh, not Sarah. What's her name? I can't think of her name now.
Now, what's funny
Sophia
is
Sanchez.
What's funny is the sauces have gotten hotter. So like the first show wasn't as hot
Right,
as
it was
what we
pretty
just
tame.
did. So that's fucking crazy.
Well, that Carolina Reaper hadn't been out yet.
Yeah, man. But it was good. It was a good time. I appreciate them having me on. I probably wouldn't do it again because I like my asshole not being on fire. I can't hear her.
Turn
I can
your
hear, but I don't
vibrator
see her.
off.
We have Nicole hidden today, Mom. She's in the corner.
we can slide
put-
over, can't we?
We put baby in a corner.
Can't we just slide
She
over?
just sit on my
I mean,
lap.
You
and-
could if you want.
Yeah, why don't we just do that so people can see Nicole?
I don't want.
It's your,
I don't
it's your
wanna be-
damn show.
That's
It's not
fine.
my show. It's Roger's show.
I've listened
No,
to it.
it's your
damn
show too. God damn it, it's your show too. Yeah, we got a little bit of it. Your head's like right above the monitor, like your chin's like right here.
She like floating head.
Yeah, she's our giant talking head.
Is this okay?
We have a green
Is this too
screen.
much?
You good? You good?
Okay.
This is not working.
All right.
Oh, prep head. What's up, preppy head?
Preppy head.
Preppy. Yeah, she's all that's why she's hiding because she's all prepped out today.
Hey guys.
According to her entire outfit came from American
So,
Eagle.
Nicole, what are you wearing tonight?
Who are you wearing tonight? Is what
Right.
you're
Yes.
supposed to
Who are
ask.
you wearing?
Who are you?
Listen, one day I'm gonna say I'm wearing myself. So,
There you go.
yeah.
That's creepy, but cool. Lady Gaga.
Silence of the Lambs.
I like making clothes.
Put the lotion in the basket.
So then for the so that was a hot mess, and the reason why we didn't have the show last week is because I went to McCurdy's for the open mic contest. That I had a bad night. I wasn't my night. It's all right.
Now, are you your own worst critic, or were you really bad?
I wasn't feeling great. I just couldn't get to the audience. I mean,
See,
I got a
I don't
couple
understand
laughs.
how you prepare for that. Like, you go up on stage, you're like, I feel like shit, I don't want to do this, and then you have to go do your set.
Normally it would be fine, but like with this, it was so many like, it's a contest, so you have to work within rules. It's only 5 minutes. If you go over that 5 minutes, you're disqualified. Like I think you have 15 seconds
Give
after
or
5
take.
minutes.
All right.
If you go past that 15-second mark or whatever the hell the number was, you're disqualified. So you obviously don't want to do that. So you got to time it out. My closer is a little bit long, so I got to make sure I have enough time to hit my closer and hit it right. Because I did a contest once where I was so, as soon as the light came on, I'm like, I was in the middle of a sentence in the middle of my closer. And as soon as the light came on to tell me it was a minute, I'm like, oh, that's my time. I got to go.
So does
I
that
learned
like
not
do
to
that to
do
you
that.
though?
Well,
I've often wondered that.
when you're like normally no, but this is like if you overrun the light, you're disqualified. Normally, if you overrun the light, it's like you just get
Yelled at.
you just get chewed out. And
Right,
I've been
yeah.
chewed out before.
You should have just ended the joke with the whole punchline right there without setting the rest up.
You know what? That after talking to the judges after, and that was the very first contest I ever not this past week. The very first contest I did where I just stopped was my very first go. I was like only a few months into doing comedy, so I was still so green I didn't know any better. And they're like, just you're better off just finishing the joke because you may have gotten disqualified. You weren't going to win anyway. I'm like, all right, thanks, dicks. He's like, but at least the audience would have gotten their payoff. I'm like, all right, that makes sense. Makes sense. So that I've done a couple other contests since then, but I don't like contests. Normally, like when I hit the light, like my material's fairly well timed out. So once I hit the light, I'll know. And usually I'll tell them, I need 2 minutes. Give me the light, 2 minutes to go.
But it's pretty shitty to assume that you knew you weren't going to win anyway. So why not go ahead and do that?
Well, because I was only a few minutes in, a few months into doing comedy.
I got
So
you.
it was-
Okay.
I was going up
Didn't
against
know how
guys
it
that have been
worked.
doing it for a couple of years.
Still
So,
green.
I got a couple laughs. I wasn't in any position to win. I just want to go out and have fun.
Got you.
So
That's all you ever do is have fun, isn't it?
that's the name of the game, baby.
That's why I love you.
Ooh. I've reached I'm 41. I've reached a point in my life where I just want to enjoy the rest of my life. I don't not like I have a shitload of money and I can just fuck off and not do anything, but I'm going to do things to earn a living that make me happy and make other people happy and have a good time and enjoy life. I don't like being a fucking corporate drone. I don't like having a typical 9 to 5. I never did. Is that thing crook? Is there something under that stand?
It was lopsided, so I put this under it to
Fuck.
make it not wobble.
Oh, okay. That one traveled with me home this week.
Oh, okay.
I twisted that wire up so it's not in the way.
All right. Thank you, man. I just throw the spaghetti
I
everywhere.
spilled drink
No,
on
I
your
saw
floor.
that.
You should.
I'm gonna pee in your closet.
Did you say you're gonna pee in my closet?
Yeah.
All right.
Are you still hiding in there?
Maybe. So far in the closet, I'm finding last year's Christmas presents.
Oh damn!
So
Get the sweater out.
we got in listener land. Julie's watching. Amberly says, "I'm out. Be back to practice."
That's right. They're gonna play.
What does she practice? Oh, band practice.
Yep,
That's your
Fucking rock. What kind of music she play?
blues rock.
Blues rock.
That's your band right there.
That's my jam.
Coming
That's my
home the
shit.
band.
That's my shit.
Tell
Huh?
her to hit me up.
I will.
Tiffany
Oh,
says,
that's
"Hey
my
guys."
favorite.
Hey
Tiff,
Tiffany.
what's up, Tiff?
Hey Tiffany. Welcome.
That's one of our very first listeners ever in the world at Open Mic Live, and she's been there ever since.
Is she deaf?
Okay.
Yes.
She tweets out a lot.
All right. Most people do. You guys ever notice like you'll have people that like just they're watching, but they're not like listening.
Yeah.
They just sign in. They're there.
I have a
Every now
host
and
like
again.
that.
They're there
Yeah.
to bump the numbers.
Me?
That's fine.
Did that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
See, the statistics tell you how many listeners you had and how long they listened. They don't tell you how long they paid attention.
Right.
I don't care how long they paid attention.
And you're right about the padding the numbers because like we've had bands that will, while they're on stage,
Yeah.
turn us on and just leave their phone out back
Yeah. Why not?
just so
That's
that it's on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which I'm
Listener
not mad
numbers,
at
man.
them.
Do you guys put your stuff on YouTube?
We have the page set up. We tried in the beginning, but it's just another format to run, and I don't feel like doing it.
Okay.
But we
Fair
do
enough.
have ideas, and I want to do it. I take that back. We do have our shows uploaded, but it's from Spreaker, so it's audio only.
Okay.
And I tried to record the show and chop it, but I can't record and broadcast at the same time.
Gotcha.
So we've just got too much shit going on.
Goddamn technology.
It's fucking ridiculous. But I say that
Seriously.
saying we do all this stuff for free, upload to Facebook, and we've got podcasts, 19 sources out there. We've got simulcast through, IRN and all these other places. And I'm like, God damn it, I can't do this. This is bullshit.
It's the only job you have.
Shut your mouth.
He's got another job.
I have like 19 jobs.
Yeah, he's
I'm
like a fucking
cool
Jamaican.
guy. I am a Jamaican. I remember that. from
Jamaican
the,
me crazy.
Puerto Rican.
Living Color.
In Living Color. Hey, Mom, time to
Mom.
go to work.
I never understood that until
Yeah.
I got older. I was like, oh, I think I'm a Jamaican now.
Yeah, there you go.
But now how do you have time to send me pics?
Dick
Like,
pics?
Those
Dick
That's
pics.
easy.
personal pics.
That's in the truck. It's,
Oh, is it?
it's time to go.
Well, that's a good segue into the
figured
the one fairly serious
Oh,
topic
good. Hold
we're
on.
gonna talk about. Whoa.
He's gonna go pee in the corner now.
Don't
Oh.
pee in the corner. God damn it.
So anyway,
So the one fairly serious topic we're going to talk about, there was some drama in the local comedy scene the past couple of days, kids. Who it involved is kind of irrelevant because I'm a big believer in innocent until proven guilty. So I'm not going to call this guy out because there is what happened was one of the local comedians somehow had, I can't say somehow he sent because his story is he didn't send it, but a comedian in another city received from somebody here a video of them jerking off. And the person that it involves here said that, he's got some baby mama drama. And he said, baby mama hacked his phone, or he believes baby mama hacked his phone and sent it to this person who happens to be a transgendered comedian in another city. I know this person that involves the local guy here. I can't say that he didn't do it. I can't say he did do it. My interactions with this guy, he's always been polite. He's always been professional. A lot of the other comedians, female, male, all are kind of on the same page with a few exceptions. That they don't think he did it. Now I will say, if he did do it, then Mike's playing with my titties. If he did do it, then he should receive the full wrath of punishment. And if someone else did it maliciously on his behalf, that person. However, it brought to light another issue that Nicole is going to present. Go, Nicole.
So because of this whole thing, a lot of the females in this comedy scene locally have been saying that they feel unsafe. They've been attacked. There's not like physically attacked, but like verbally attacked or threatened. Some of people have said that there's like death threats because their jokes aren't funny. But whatever. So I wanted to talk briefly about how I don't really know where I wanted to go with this conversation. I don't really know where I wanted to go with this
It's the
conversation.
hashtag me too.
It's okay.
No,
situation.
well, kind of like
No,
that.
it
yeah.
really, no, it really is, and
It-
I'm not downplaying that, but women feel that they're comfortable now coming out because there's a situation.
But are
for
they?
them.
Right. Well, that's one of the things that I wanted to discuss too, is that because this thing happened, whether it did or didn't happen, a lot of people are saying, well, I felt attacked by these people, or like not specifically, not naming
I
names.
never saw names.
Yeah, but not names, but I've been followed to my car, and I personally have also been followed to my car. I've been, walked into an open mic and treated differently because I'm a female, and like I wanted to see like where you guys stand on that, and I wanted to like kind of like open up that box of worms.
So here's the thing: is this isn't the first comedian that I am familiar with having this type of situation with. The other one just wasn't exposed like this.
Yeah.
The other one is no longer in our area, and the same thing happened. And then once this chick started talking to people,
Yeah.
other chicks were talking to people, but they still wouldn't come out and say anything. And the person involved in this one still hasn't themselves come out and said anything. Their friend has come out and spoke up. I don't have a problem with that. You know what I mean? It's a scary situation. You do not, as the person, the victim, if you will, you don't. How do you do that and feel comfortable? Like you said, you don't even feel comfortable going to your car sometimes from an open mic.
Yeah.
How do you feel comfortable trying to expose a very popular comedian in an area? You know what I mean? And still feel safe after that, or feel like you're not going to be attacked. So I don't know, man. I could never imagine. I mean, I could imagine following you to your car.
Yeah.
I might start doing that, but but I mean, I can't
Don't,
imagine
'cause I'll
being on
shoot
your
at
end
you.
of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so there's no way for me to literally respond on that regard.
Mhm.
On the general regard, my problem is when there's no evidence on either side. Like, dude, if you just did this, you could exonerate yourself.
Mhm.
Or if you just provided this, you could,
Point
Prove
out
that
that
this
that
shit
was the
happened.
problem, right?
Yeah.
without either of those, it's all speculation, and then it's all opinions. And that's where it's tough for me because I'm extremely close to the spoken situation.
Yeah.
On both sides. You know what I mean? And like it's tough.
Yeah.
But on the general situation, I think it's bullshit that people like her have to deal with things like this. You shouldn't have to. You should be able to be more comfortable to be able to come out and speak up. You need a stronger following. With the hashtag Me Too thing going on, you would think it would be easier. It's still not. Put yourself in their shoes. Like you just going to your car.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if something like what's been said happened to you? How would you react to that?
Well, the thing is that I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to say in any way that I'm like stronger or more like hard-headed than any of the other females in the scene. But me personally, I would just be like, get the fuck out of here. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? And I'd tell him to fuck off, and that'd be the end of it.
I think in this specific situation, there's more of a harassment point. Like there was a deliberate way to get into somebody's personal, social media.
Yeah.
However, I'm surprised, and I'm kind of blind to some of this shit because I just don't care. I don't like the, and I've always said this. I've said this ever since, what's her name? Plastic face lady that died. Joan Rivers. Like,
I knew who he was talking about.
Exactly.
Plastic face lady.
that's my point.
Joan Rivers.
Like,
was he that or Michael Jackson?
She, this goes way back to her being shunned in the comedy community. And I'm like, I don't understand. She says some funny shit, racist, sexist, whatever.
Yeah.
It's funny. I read the post today that you're referring to some of these girls coming out, and I was like, I didn't even realize that was a thing. And that's how aloof I was to the situation. But going back to the original point, I think there was a deliberate malice point, or at least that's what's coming across. And my first problem with Facebook, I never go on Facebook. I hate Facebook. But I started watching this stuff for some reason. I was like, I'm bored, and I did it. And I was like, why do I come on here? Because the first thing that happened was this person did this. And I actually had it typed out and ready to send. And I was like, I'm not getting involved. But it was, where is the proof? You're just posting a meme at this point saying that George Bush doesn't like black people. That's exactly what that is.
And that's a problem. It's the court of public opinion. People, base their decisions on things
on emotional reactions
emotions and not facts.
That's immediate.
Now the person that this involves locally, he's come out. He's not denying that this was sent to that person. What he's denying is that he himself sent it. And he said somebody hacked into his thing, found something that he recorded. It was a video of him that he recorded to send to somebody else, still had it in his phone or whatever. And this person took it and sent it.
There's only one thing that I saw there that made me question that like there was a bit of evidence defending him, which was a screenshot of his location on Facebook, and it had him at two places,
like Jacksonville.
Correct. However, I could Google that and probably find something like that and post it.
Correct.
And that's
but
why I don't like.
that's retained in his phone, so he could take a fresh screenshot of that. But the point of this, this really wasn't to talk about that situation. It's the offshoot situation. Now, you wanted my opinion on it. You've known me since before we started doing the show together. You've known me producing open mics. You've known me producing shows. You've now produced shows with me. You see how I don't fall. I don't think I fall into that creepy promoter thing. Like, hey, give me a blowjob and I'll book you.
Or casting couch, yay.
No.
I mean, it works for Matt Williams, but not.
that's
not
how we got on the show.
But he has to blow everybody. That's different.
Yeah.
It's
But no,
reversed.
seriously, to me, I don't treat, or I don't think I treat female comedians or performers, because we deal with other performers. I don't treat them really any differently.
No, and I have a lot of respect for you, because we have been in situations, both of us, where we're interacting with like very attractive people who sometimes aren't wearing a lot of clothes. And I've never seen you be inappropriate. I've never heard of any of my friends, my female friends, or like performer friends be like, oh, I don't want to work with him because la la la.
If you could only read my mind.
Well, that's different. That's different. There's lots of things that I think that I don't act upon, but
and that's it. That makes me even be more on my toes about it, because we are dealing with performers who are mostly nude.
Well, what about the situation of being with somebody, like kind of an Office Space situation where, oh, here's a girl, she's cute, like hitting on that girl, but then it gets taken differently.
I don't hit on comedians.
Oh, you don't, but
Because
other
they're
people
weird,
might.
Because I'm married.
Oh,
And they're all lesbians
Happily.
and not funny. Oh,
Happily.
so
and
we brought up the concept of female comedians, all right?
Yeah.
Which it all kind of goes hand in hand. It's just
What are you talking about? There's no such thing as a female comedian. Women aren't funny.
don't assume their gender.
I'm sorry.
Don't assume their gender.
What did Katie McCoy?
Oh my gosh, I don't.
Oh
even,
my- yes,
I
yeah.
don't,
You can't say lady. You can't say women. I'm like, I don't know what to say anymore.
I just say what I say, and I don't give a fuck
Yeah,
if
me
somebody's
too.
offended.
So, but anyway, it all kinds of goes hand in hand
I
because for
that's
some
why I use the word
reason-
broad all the time, because it's the most offensive term I could think of besides cunt.
Oh, I say cunt,
really,
right?
because I don't. Well, okay, neither of those things are offensive to me, because "cunt" comes from a Hindi word that means like the goddess of the universe. Or
I
something.
love
okay.
that. That is
Well, hang
now
on,
my
no.
retort.
It doesn't offend you because you're a fucking normal, sane, rational thinking human
And
being.
if you called somebody abroad, and
I do that all the time.
I know, but like to me, that's not offensive either, because that's a broad term.
Ooh, so
Frank Sinatra used it. It's classy as fuck.
I have a
right? If that
question.
spaghetti vendor can say it, so can I.
It's a broad term. Anybody
to
can fall into
what
it.
do you
I don't-
guys think about off limits? Nothing's off limits.
Oh, I
jokes?
think make fun of everybody or don't make fun of anybody.
Okay.
There's nothing off limits to humor. However, there is a time and a place for each type of joke.
This thing, that.
I wouldn't go into an urban room and start making black jokes.
it better be
Are there
funny.
any-
Is
are
what I'm
there
saying.
Yeah, well, yeah, you got to really be
It
on your shit.
better be funny.
There's actually only one white comedian I can think of that could pull that shit off.
If you're gonna
Cam?
be discolored in your comedy,
No,
That
Steve
shit-
Lally.
better be funny.
Oh,
Stephen
he's
Lally
coming
was.
back- He's coming back here, by the
He's coming back on the show then.
way. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I talk to him fairly not often, but every now and again.
We do too.
So book him.
Yeah.
Good job. Go.
All
He's
right.
good, fucking good dude, solid dude.
Yeah.
I love Stephen Lally. Yeah.
So there's a time and a place for everything. Just because it's not illegal to yell fire in a crowded theater, but it doesn't make it's not.
No, it's illegal to pull the alarm.
It's illegal to pull the alarm, but you can yell fire in a crowded theater. But just because you can say something,
I don't
Doesn't mean
know.
you
Cop
should.
could still arrest you for disturbing the peace.
well, it depends on what happened. Yeah,
disorderly.
but the actual yelling of fire is not illegal.
Yeah,
Are
okay.
So
there
the
any-
repercussions could have something fall
Sure.
on you.
Unless
Are
you're
there any
ventriloquist.
joke topics that you guys personally feel that are like, that's like really sensitive to a
No.
lot of people, and I don't think it's funny?
Nope.
Nope.
Me,
No.
no.
Like
No.
literally no.
In the right context, everything can be funny. I've had people. I had a lifelong friend unfriend and shun me because I made a joke when Kate Spade killed herself.
Did
And-
she? What was the joke? Can you tell me?
I said something along the lines of, "You're not supposed to hang the bag by the strap" or something like that.
Oh, kind of
Yeah.
funny.
It was kind of
Kinda
funny.
It was
Do you wanna
kinda
hear-
funny.
But now,
It's
now
kinda-
the flip side
irony
is,
that she did it with a. I'm sorry.
Right,
The irony
yeah.
is that she did it with a Kate Spade scarf.
I know.
Okay, sorry.
But now the thing of it is that this girl's brother did kill himself when she was young.
Okay.
All right, but do you remember? Well, I'm not even going to mention the kid's name, but that somebody else who's been on this show, their mother killed himself, and I even said I said the joke to him. His mother hung herself, and I said, here's a joke I made. What do you think? He's like, that's fucking funny.
If it's funny, it's funny.
Some of my favorite comedians did a 9/11 joke like 3 hours after the towers fell.
All right, that may be a little too soon.
No, they were funny though.
So too soon. Is
They
it
were
really?
funny.
That may be a little too
They
soon.
were funny.
I was
I was in New York at the time. It wasn't.
And I
Yeah.
get it. And now you're getting to the point where I was kind of thinking,
Yeah.
okay, well, what's the time frame?
Yeah.
What's too soon?
Yeah,
Is it still too soon
So
for you?
Nicole, from
No.
Okay.
Well, it depends on the joke. Depends
If
on
it's not funny, then
like
fuck you.
like there are a lot of jokes that I don't. It's not like I think everything's funny. I've heard jokes I don't think are funny.
Ooh, so you've
But
seen
does
Matt
it
Williams.
offend you if it's
Yeah.
about an offensive topic?
If something offends me, see, I can't think of anything I've been truly offended by, but I just think, all right, that's not funny. But I don't like come out with fucking pitchforks and torches.
Yeah, you should-
That's not
yeah.
funny. You need
Wait,
to fucking burn.
But you got to think about the things that why it's not funny to you. It's not necessarily that it's not offensive. It's offensive to you, but it's why
Exactly.
it's not funny.
But
Is
that's
it-
why if I find something not funny, you might find it fucking hilarious, but I'm not going to say you're a piece of shit for liking that, or the person telling the joke. I'm not going to say you're a piece of shit for making the joke.
Because
I don't find it funny. I move on with my fucking life.
There's a couple of things that I could think of that you probably wouldn't like because of a couple of different things, but I wouldn't like. I don't think you'd be offended by.
Try me. Give me an example. Try and offend me.
I can't think of an official joke,
I
but
think
like
people
if
do
I
that
was
shit.
gonna an official joke, if I was gonna make a joke about like pedophilia with your daughter or some shit like that.
Well, now hold on.
Well, hang on.
When you
I'll
start
tell
getting
you
at daughters and
in
family.
a joke like that.
Wait, but I'm
Would I be pissed if my daughter brought home a black man? I absolutely would be, because she's fucking 11.
Too soon.
okay, but I'm saying like,
But-
I'm
but
saying,
so
but
are white
that's-
guys
okay,
okay?
so you had a comeback, but it struck a nerve with you.
But
It struck a nerve with you. And by the way, I love your daughter, and I didn't mean anything by it.
no, my
He loves her
daughter's
too.
a fucking badass. Yeah, I guess I love her. She's my favorite biological daughter.
Wow.
My son is my favorite biological son, and my stepdaughter is my favorite kid.
Nice.
And I tell them that.
Then you should.
Yeah.
You just can't have any more
They
children.
need to earn your love.
Yeah.
They're in the
You
will.
have to- You throw off the dynamic.
No, but there's, it didn't really strike a nerve with me because, but it doesn't make sense in my mind why you would make, like, you can make a pedophilia joke, but don't bring the daughter into it. That's where it crossed the line of not being funny. It doesn't offend me. It's like, it's not, I'm offended. It's like, you're an asshole.
But that's exactly it. But you have to think about the same thing from other people's point of view. Is just because you make a joke about rape and incest doesn't mean that somebody else isn't like, wow, that was really offensive because to me that affected me personally, or it struck a nerve with me.
Yeah.
So you don't have to like call people an asshole
But
about
here-
it or
But
whatever.
it's like saying the N-word. If you are black, you can say it. If it's your daughter and you want to make a joke about her, you can do that.
Yeah, it's just like
Other
the
people
same
should
thing.
not be joking about your family, and that's just the way that goes.
Especially kids. See,
Especially
that's where I
kids,
draw
but
the
in
line.
general,
You
altogether.
can make fun of kids. You just can't make fun of specific people's kids.
See, that's funny because
Correct.
I guess that's a
and that's
good
just
way.
bad taste. Somebody can make a joke, and here's the thing: if something offends me, if you could find something that offends me, good fucking job. But if I find something that offends me, or I don't think is funny, or a joke I just don't like, I'm not gonna go to that comedian and be like, "That joke sucks. Fuck you." I'm not gonna say anything because
It's
somebody
your-
else may have thought it was funny. It's their writing. I don't like it. I don't like it.
And you-
There are movies I don't like. I don't go to the fucking director and be like, that's a piece of shit. Well, except for the Twilight series. I will find that motherfucker and tell him that was the biggest piece
and now
of
he just
shit.
created the new Batman, so fuck him.
But like you say, I mean,
True.
even if you told a joke about someone else's kid, but it was just kind of a fun, like, lucid joke and not. But if you're telling a rape joke about someone's kid,
I
like,
guess
no,
I guess it's the same.
I mean,
concept
seriously,
as,
that's
like,
a little-
When you're a
that's-
kid, your brother is the one can punch you, but nobody else is allowed to punch you.
Well, yeah,
The- the
we
flip
defend
side-
our family.
See,
Sure.
but I also realize the fact that my daughter is more likely to rape somebody than somebody rape her. I mean,
and that's hilarious.
she's gonna fuck some shit up.
Well, people make my mom jokes all the time. My mom dies. She's dead. So
she dies.
she
dies
dies
once in a while.
She dies
That's
every
it.
other time. Yeah.
All right.
But I always bring up the point. It's like, oh, she's dead. Thanks, asshole. But I'm cool. Like, I'm totally fine with it. But when I say it, I'm straight faced. So
I've said
now
the same
I've
thing
just
with my
reversed
father.
that on them.
I've done the same thing with my
Right.
my father died. you know?
But if they'd said a joke about my mom being dead, and if it was funny, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, that's the thing. If I find something funny, I'll laugh at it.
Yeah.
If something's not funny, I just move
Now-
on to the next thing.
And that's the
Now,
thing is, because
let's-
I've had people do that. My mom's dead.
Sure.
Oh, well, that shit's still funny. I don't give a fuck if she's
Yeah,
dead. or
you're
not.
right.
She'd fucking find it funny too.
Right.
But what if like how do I say it? Never mind.
Oh, my dad
Go on.
sucks. So,
Go on. No, I was gonna say like, but if your daughter was in the room and she heard you say like, okay, she heard you laugh at a joke, even if it wasn't directly directed at her, but then she might think something along the lines of like, well, my dad isn't standing up for me, so
I think
Okay,
he-
when
I
it
think
comes
he
to
has a bit-
comes to comedy, comedy is entertainment. Yes, it's an art form, but it's also entertainment. You need to suspend disbelief and realize that it is theater. It is a performance. You don't watch, Star Wars thinking it's fucking real.
right.
You don't want, it's comedy. The stories told on stage don't have to be true. They
And-
have to be fucking
Which-
funny.
And
What
who
I've
are you
gathered
to
from him
over-
being on our show was he is well educated his kids on that exact thing.
Yeah, my kids, you should, if my sister was watching, you'd see how me and my sister
Oh, you see
interact.
what I do to her.
But
Yeah.
who?
What you do to my sister?
Yeah,
What, you
yeah.
get a fucking saddle. and
But
a fucking
who are
cattle
you to
prod?
over-
videos.
Who are you to overthink for somebody else? Like that social justice warrior. Who are you to say, oh, that's not funny because they wouldn't like that. Oh, you shouldn't play kickball or what's the other one? The dodgeball anymore.
Fuck that shit.
Right,
You can dodge a wrench.
exactly.
You can dodge a ball. Get the
Yeah,
fuck
thank
out
you,
there. Rub some
fucking
dirt on it.
dodgeball.
Rub some fucking dirt on it and get back
But
out there.
Put some fucking dirt on it.
it's true, I did that.
I like what
It's
my mom
clay.
said. She says if the audience member is offended, then they can just leave.
But here's the thing: if you go to a
Yes,
comedy
Mom.
show and you get offended, you're a fucking idiot.
I feel like you're in the wrong place, maybe.
Yeah, seriously, you should just stay home and just enjoy being supervised because you shouldn't be allowed out in fucking public.
And that's the thing is like when I go to side splitters or improv and I see people getting upset, why are you here? Like if you're here to see comedy, you shouldn't be getting upset at anything that happens.
Here's something to I did a show at O'Brien's in Brandon last year, and I'll tell you who the headliner was at the end of the story. But there were two women who were sitting near where I was sitting that were getting very offended at the headliner's jokes, and they got up and left, and they knew I was running the show, so they came to me to bitch before they left, and they said, "We're leaving. This sucks. That guy doesn't know he doesn't know a damn thing about the black experience." And they fucking walked like fairly soon into his set, and he was doing like 30 minutes. So they left fairly early. He doesn't, the headliner did not understand anything about the black experience. Now, for those of you, let me describe what the headliner looked like. Rather shorter guy, not very tall, dark skinned, dreadlocks, tie-dyed shirt. It was Rio. They said Rio Paris doesn't know anything about the black experience. The joke he made that really offended them was that he's talking about how black men can't get jobs and because you have 5 fucking felonies.
Right.
Well, he's right. I mean,
Yeah, because the whole joke is crackers ain't hiring.
yeah,
He's like, well, you're not
5
hiring either.
5 felonies.
Right.
So and that's Rio's joke, but they left because this black man didn't know anything about the black experience. It doesn't make sense.
People are weird, dude.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Right.
get the fuck out. I mean, we don't charge a cover, so she wasn't getting a fucking refund. I don't give refunds anyway.
Like you go to watch him do shows, obviously, right? I mean, so when you do that, do you ever look around while he's up there and just kind of observe the crowd to see how people are reacting? Or
Yeah.
I mean, I do that when I
I don't.
do
I've
that
never
when I go
seen
to
anybody
shows.
be offended at your
No, in
set.
general though.
I found, I've been places where some jokes didn't hit and people didn't think things
Well,
were
that's
funny.
comedy.
I don't think I've ever had anybody aside from my wife tell me that something wasn't funny and I shouldn't make that joke. And as soon as my wife says you shouldn't make that joke, it's not funny, I know the joke's fucking hilarious.
You know what? That's probably
And,
correct.
yeah. And I'm trying to remember which one I said that she like really got offended on. She didn't like the fisting jokes.
Nicole, have you ever been offended by a joke?
By him or just
A
in general?
joke anywhere where you've been, or even in real life, not even at a comedy show.
I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I also have a very thick skin, and I understand.
No,
that,
it's not being thick-skinned, it's being a rationally thinking human being.
that too. But
We
that
call
too.
that thick skin. Yeah,
Yeah.
So I mean, I also understand that a joke is a joke.
right.
So, but it depends. It's like I have told Mike, my husband, that there's not that some things he says isn't funny. He'll
Yeah.
argue with me and argue with me and argue with me, and I'm just like, you don't get it. It's not funny.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
to him, it's funny. My son, the same thing. My son's fucking hilarious, but there's some shit he says that's not funny. He's still young, so we'll be at the dinner table. He'll make a joke that sucks, but he'll repeat the joke over and over again. I'm like, it wasn't funny the first fucking 5 times you said it, dude. If you didn't get a reaction, it's not because we didn't hear it. It
Just
sucked.
working it out.
Work it a little more, buddy. But to me, whenever I see somebody say that you can't make a joke about that,
Makes you want to make a joke more about it.
exactly. But again, time and place. I wouldn't go to the Lower East Side in New York City and start making 9/11 jokes
Right.
because it's not the right forum.
New Yorkers are sensitive, so
Yeah, they used to not be, man. Fucking seriously. That's another
It's
story
a
for
new
another
day.
time. Please, those are my people. Well, they were my people, and I fucking left their asses up there. Fuck you.
yeah, you're another transplant. Thanks for
Yeah.
coming down here, Florida man.
You're welcome, bitch. Do you pay state income tax? You're
No.
welcome.
Is that your fault?
Well, it's all the tourists and everybody coming down.
Listen, I'm a business owner. I pay enough taxes. So,
Yeah, well, that's
let's go
another
another
story.
way.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I
Trust
feel-
me, I know that feeling.
I feel a little bad that we kind of stepped on Nicole's topic a little bit. No, hold on.
Sexy comedians. Go.
Obviously, if you want to talk about this a little bit,
Thanks for running my show, Stan.
I want your opinion on it. You asked ours, but you never
Don't-
did give
don't
yours.
Let those things pop, man.
I'm not gonna.
You're gonna get dirty Chinese water all over you.
And you can't just distract us out of this. You asked for our opinion on it. Now, where's your stance on it? I mean,
On what? On the specific situation,
Yeah,
or
no, in general.
What do you want me to say?
You asked ours, we gave it like that.
Well,
I tell everybody my opinion every other week here.
the meat and potatoes. What you want to talk about was how women are treated in the comedy.
I do think that there is an inequality,
Sure.
but
But where does the inequality lie?
Facebook.
what do you mean?
Mostly,
Facebook.
mostly Twitter.
Yeah, well, no, not on social
Nah,
media. Just
in person.
in person in the scene. Where is it that women aren't getting booked as much? That like what are you seeing as the inequality?
Have you ever heard the phrase like, I forgot how it goes, but like Beyonce still has 24 hours in the day, so you can accomplish everything that she can or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, I've heard that.
Okay, or whoever, whoever famous rich
I
person.
heard it as billionaires have the same 24 hours in a day that you
Okay.
do.
So there is an inequality because it is a male-dominated industry, and so is working in a kitchen, so is medical field, so is a bunch of other things that are male-dominated. And the women who succeed in that, I feel like, have to work extra hard. But there's nothing wrong with working extra hard, because I have this sounds so cheesy. I have a magnet on my refrigerator that says you have to work hard to be lucky, and
True.
I basically
I like that.
when I look at that every single day and I think about that, you have to work hard to be lucky. I didn't get here because I'm lucky. I got here because I worked hard and I worked my ass off and I promoted and I did this and I did that. So whatever. So yeah,
And-
there's an inequality, but there's nothing wrong with working harder to get what you want.
But that's correct though, because you have to bust your ass to be in the right place at the right time. If you're not
Yeah.
out there working and working and working, then you will not be lucky enough to be in front of the right person at the right time in the right situation. So you do have to work hard to be lucky.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I will say from a promoter standpoint is the funny and talented female comedians stand out more than the funnier guy comedians.
And are growing in numbers right now
And
in
I
this
think
area.
Yeah.
but part of that has to do with the fact that there is a dime a dozen male comedians and there's less female comedians. So there are more
Right, but they're
they're a
only
higher
worth a dime a
commodity.
dozen.
Yeah, but the ones
Right.
the ones that
Or
are
73 cents to the dollar, to
Yeah.
be exact.
Fucking math. But go ahead.
But when you get people like Katie Style, Marie Williams, I just had somebody. Tara Zimmerman.
Mhm.
When you like those three are funny as fuck, and they stand out even amongst the other females as just being so much
Better.
funnier.
Well, yeah, like there's a bunch of dancers, and I never thought I was the best dancer because some people are just better at it. Like
Yeah.
there's like
I disagree.
well, thank you, but there's thanks.
She's not better. Oh.
Oh, whatever. I don't care. I'm not whatever. But what I was gonna say is that some people just are funnier. And so like the people who you're talking about, like just because like they're getting booked, yes, they're working their ass off, but maybe they're not getting as booked as some of the other female comedians because the other female comedians
they-
aren't putting the work forth.
But they also promote better. Like people promote better. People do better at
Yeah.
advertising, branding, stuff like
Well,
that.
that's a
Everything
whole
is-
nother
but-
argument.
but
because
I
there are a
think
lot
it's
of comedians that have the mentality of I shouldn't have to promote it all. It's,
Oh, no,
it's
no, no, no,
it's
look, no, that's a
booker's
whole
job.
different thing. But
talent.
as far as popularity, as far as booking, as far as making yourself known, I think one thing with female comedians where I see the disconnect is sometimes, and this happens with guys, this happens with whites, blacks, everything else. I just saw a post about Rio saying that somebody called him out about catering to white people because he's not telling enough black jokes. Sometimes that can happen. I've seen females tell jokes that I'm like, I don't get.
Okay,
But
a good
they turn it
comedian,
around.
A good comedian will pay attention to the audience as they're
And
coming in
adjust.
and adjust. You don't want to go in front of you as a black comedian, you don't want to go in front of an all white, audience and tell hood jokes. They're not going to
Well,
work.
what about Lisa Lampanelli? She was big insult comic, and it was always about her banging black guys. But then
Because
the truth came
she
out.
never
She
wrote her
doesn't
own
really
jokes.
bangs black guys.
Yeah, but
Right.
but again, a joke doesn't have to be true.
Correct.
It has to
be
have
funny.
truth to it.
Not
No, it has to have
necessarily.
great
It has to
delivery.
be funny. It has to
I-
be believable.
I kind
10
of agree with
commandments of
this.
joke writing.
I believe so. The funniest jokes to me are the ones that are like mostly true, but a little bit of a lie, or a little, or most like they have to have a balance.
It has to
Maybe-
have truth.
They
It has
use the
to-
right
yeah.
adjectives with the truth.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like just because I walked out to my car today, and I'd be like, haha, that's
And it
not
was
funny.
raining blood.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true.
Yeah,
that
Or
didn't
funny.
happen.
But that's the funny part. It's there has
Yeah.
to be two
Now-
sides to it. It can't be all bad and it can't be all good.
But Lisa Lampanelli also went crazy. So
she did. She
yeah.
cut her hair. She
Oh my, dyed it
killed
purple.
what's Jimmy Big Balls? He's
Yeah.
dead.
And to your point where you got to pay attention to the audience before you even go on. I'm not an Andrew Dice Clay fan by any means, but one of the greatest things I ever read
Fuck
about
you,
him.
get out. He is God. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So one of the greatest things I read about him was an hour before his show, he literally would just mingle before people knew who he was.
So did David
He would
Blaine.
literally
Yeah.
mingle in the crowd. What?
Johnny Edwards, David Blaine.
Yeah,
Did the same
way after
thing.
way after this,
Magician?
and then he'd get on stage and already know his audience
Mhm.
And that's
from an
important.
eye to eye level.
I've done, I'll come in when I come to a show, I have a set list. I know what jokes I'm going to do. And I've adjusted that based on the audience.
Right.
But then again, an audience can surprise you. A comedian I work with in New York, a guy named Billy Geyer, big dude, scraggly beard, just a big monstrosity of a human being. And he does a lot of really dark, fucked up jokes. And we did this show. It was like the stupidest fucking layout. We're like in a hallway. So there's a wall straight ahead. You got the bar to one side. You got the dining room to the other. So like you're telling jokes over here, then you're telling jokes over here. And it was just a weird setup. And I'm looking in the dining. I'm sitting in the bar. I'm looking in the dining room, and it's all old people. And he does jokes about dogs licking peanut butter off his nuts and shit. I'm like, these people are going to fucking hate it. I was wrong. They fucking loved him. They love that fucked up shit.
Everyone loves
It's
peanut
so
butter.
crazy how that happens because comics will go into a room and go, "Oh crap," and they just freaking blow the room up the whole
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they'll go in the room and go, "I got this shit," and everything falls flat.
Yep.
You don't know. You just don't know until after those first few jokes come out.
And you
And
try to hedge your bets and adjust your material. Sometimes it falls flat. But again,
You only got so much time.
yeah, you only have so much time. But again, you want to try and keep the jokes, because jokes have to be relatable.
Right.
If a joke is not relatable to some level, then it's going to fall flat.
You got to paint a picture about something people know about that makes them just holy
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah.
type of thing.
I feel like sometimes it's good to be the oddball out in a room. I went to an open mic that was in a very urban setting once, and a lot of my jokes fell flat. But once I got one joke that worked, they started like coming around, I guess you could say.
You brought them back.
And because they and I would like, and I like doing audience interaction too. Like I like asking people like what they're doing over there in the corner or like whatever. And
We're fucking.
I'm going to
I
that
mean,
show.
you're not always wrong. So
He's wrong.
yeah, so I don't know. I just sometimes it's good to be the oddball out because they see the same thing so many times in one night.
And that's
and-
the thing is you go to an open mic, any open mic that you get a lot of
You see
comics
the
at,
same jokes.
even if it's not the same jokes, you're seeing the same person. It's like it just washes into. That's why like the female comics that are funny stand out more than the funny guys, because when you go and you see 10, 15 guys perform, it's like you watched one person perform. They just changed their
Right.
clothes.
And I'm glad you brought back the female comedians because I do completely agree about that. I think the female comedians in this area, there are some phenomenal ones
Mhm.
and they're underappreciated. We literally are having a girls' night with nothing but female comedians on the show for that reason.
When I want to go.
I reached out to-
I want to go too. I don't want to be on the show that
I
night.
just want to
wanna go.
listen. Like I just want to be
Come
there
in.
and watch.
You guys are always welcome in our studio, period. No matter what. Seriously. But for that reason, I'm like, this is bullshit. There's some great fucking female comedians out there that aren't being heard. Why is that? For that reason.
Well,
Because
you
they're
know,
fucking female comedians.
Katie asked me, she's like, "Who's your funniest female comedian?" And I thought about it. I was like,
Marie Williams.
I could literally only think of two. And then all of a sudden I was like, wait, hold on. There's Shannon. Then there's an area. Then the list started going down. I was like, oh my gosh. And I've seen Katie a couple times since then. She's funny.
She's Katie's probably one of my favorites just because she's so fucked up and so dark, and that's my kind of humor.
She told a joke that's not relatable to guys, but was fucking hilarious because we like boobies. So she has a booby joke that's like, wow, that's funny.
Was that where she was going into the laundromat and the Mexican guy? The only thing he said that you have beautiful boobies.
No, but I want to hear that one now.
No,
I pretty much just told you. Just better when
That
she
was the
says it.
I have heard so many people just be like to say that she has great boobs, and I
Really?
just yeah.
No, but she talks
Like,
about how
well,
they separate as they're getting like she has this whole thing.
Okay.
That
about-
one's
Okay, at
fucking
least like
hilarious.
at least like 3 or 4.
See,
So-
the favorite joke of mine that she does, where she's talking about the book, if you give a pig a pancake. You ever heard that? Those
I
books?
go out to shows. He doesn't.
Okay. Cause and effect. If you give a pig a pancake, you'll have to give her syrup. Then you'll have to give her a bath. Then you'll have to do this. And she wants to write one. It's not going to be a bestseller, and it's only 2 pages. It's called "If You Give a Baby a Plastic Bag."
What's the
Fucking-
punchline?
That one gets me all the time. And she actually wrote a joke just because she knows how fucked in the head I am. She wrote a new one talking about the dog licking her nipples. Like she had gotten out of the shower and her dog licked her nipples, but she blames it on me because I told her that peanut butter was very moisturized.
Well, if they weren't hanging down to her knees,
You should put this
No,
whole
she,
post
I
out
think she
there.
said she sat on the bed and the dog licked her nipples. She's like, I didn't like it, but I didn't not like it.
She put that whole post out there about being called, whatever,
Cat
whatever.
Bob.
And I'm like, leave the opinions to the male comics, please.
But when she tells that joke, she actually calls me out. She's like, my friend Roger told me that peanut butter is very moisturized.
only when you're there, extra chunky, right?
No.
No, it
Just
wouldn't
scream.
surprise me if she fucking called me out on it when I wasn't there.
Oh, I'm sure she does.
But but that's the thing. It's she's got such a fucked up sense of humor. Tara Zimmerman is fucking hilarious. Just because me, she's a few years older than me, but a lot of the stories she tells, especially about Bob, that very relatable. Relationship jokes, very very very.
Catherine
relatable.
Maloney,
Uh,
hilarious,
have I seen her? No, I haven't seen her yet.
and she's been here for decades.
Yeah.
Like she's been here for.
I'm a
forever.
fucking hermit, dude. I don't go out.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Fuck people.
Yeah, fuck people, indeed,
Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Sometimes.
indeed,
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
closet,
Yeah. Sometimes
the
you gotta get into the
closet?
closet.
live stream.
Yeah.
That was current.
So back to the original.
Yeah. So
So, guys,
don't save videos of you jerking off, all right? That's the advice of the day. The biggest takeaway from the story is don't save
videos to
videos
the
of yourself
cloud.
jerking off to the cloud if someone else is going to have access to your phone.
Especially
Right.
if you cut your hair.
See, now what I do is I send videos of me
I like-
jerking off to everybody. This way it's never
It's fine,
surprising.
right? Yeah,
So it's never, oh, yeah, I saw that video already. No big
they're
deal.
numb to the joke. It's
Yeah,
fine.
exactly. So that's the approach I'm taking in life.
Hashtag it's okay.
Like I saw a post and somebody that you and I know posted today that somebody sent her pictures of herself and tried to blackmail and say, I'm going to make these public.
Cool.
That's why I'm like, fuck, if everybody's seen it, then you
I'm gonna beat you to it. Here's
Yeah.
my taint.
yeah, there you go.
Done.
That's the angle I'm taking.
I usually take a screenshot of my taint before I take a shower, just so NSA has.
I
something
like to take
look
a
at.
before and after.
Oh yeah. Oh, good.
It's kind of like the same thing as like
Going to a
weight-
dermatologist.
Well, I was gonna
Oh.
say wait. No, I need to do that. It's like the same. I do. I'm crusty.
Oh,
It's like weighing yourself, then taking a shit, and then weighing yourself again.
yeah.
Take a before and after
okay.
taint picture. Same thing.
Nope.
You never did that. You never weighed yourself before and after taking.
Oh, I do it all the time.
That's fucking
Oh, yeah.
hilarious.
I eat like 5 pounds of food. It's
Nice.
stupid.
The things we do. Nicole, have you ever done that?
I sure have.
Have you ever taken? do you
So
guys,
what's the biggest difference you've had before and after?
Actually, not that many. Like I don't know, like
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 7
literally like
ounces.
1.5 pounds or something, which is dumb because I eat like a horse.
That's like 12 and a half feet of poop.
I eat a lot. I eat a lot, so I don't
She does.
understand.
That
does.
fiber is out.
Mike's got the conversion chart in his pocket. It's
I do. Look at here. Google it.
1.5 pounds of poop is 12 and a half foot.
I've actually done
depends on
halfway.
the diameter.
Right.
Hey,
I've done-
Nicole. Why is shit tapered on the ends?
So your butt doesn't slam shut.
Yep.
Yeah, don't slam the door.
Same reason I got circumcised.
Especially after hot
What'd you
wings.
Same reason I got circumcised.
So does it.
Next time you want to give a girl some anal, it's like, oh well, I'm afraid of something that big. She'd be like, I've seen how big the shits you've taken.
Right.
Have you? Because I don't want to see
Do
that.
you?
I don't
Does
know.
anybody know anybody who's had an adult circumcision?
Like
no.
being circumcised as an adult?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, that's exactly what that means.
I mean, why are you asking us that? I'm a
I
little
don't
uncomfortable
know.
right
you?
now.
I'd like
No,
to.
I
I want to
don't.
see an adult fucking non-circumcision. I want to see an anteater. I don't care.
What the hell just happened?
I don't know.
You
shit just
want
got
to see an
weird.
anteater?
I'm curious.
You've never
it in
seen an
porn?
uncircumcised penis?
Not as an adult.
Are the cameras on? No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. I'm just playing.
Ew.
You don't have the teeth to bite it off.
See what you started? See what you fucking started, Nicole.
I'm just kidding. It's tapered at the end.
He likes kids. It's taper.
So yes, so your batch doesn't
Right.
snap shut. Oh.
What the whale penis is going on?
What-
Oh, you called me a dork? Fuck you.
Oh shit! Too soon.
No, I
Did-
called you an elephant's butt hair.
What'd you say? Walrus dildo?
Oh, I said walrus.
Oh, I would love to be
penis.
one of those.
Did I say whale penis? I meant
yeah.
walrus dildo. Sorry.
Damn autocorrect.
When you get a chance, just Google image search walrus dildo.
I'm
Cool.
glad that somebody on the internet just joined us. We
Yeah.
had 2 new viewers just as they
Whoop,
were having
whoop.
this conversation.
Hey, what you guys missed was walrus dildo. Google it. Just wait until you're done listening to the show before you Google it. Don't
Yeah,
leave
don't
the
click
show.
off.
So
Can't
you said
spell
whale
walrus.
penis and people just started popping in there.
Can you spell what?
I can't spell walrus.
WALRUS.
Oh goddamn, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a lot of gay stuff. That oh shit, I see this guy that we've been
Stop,
talking
Mike!
about.
Is that Goatsy?
He's got dreads.
Oh.
You met him.
Oh, Jesus.
It's not Jesus.
Jesus.
It's not
How the hell?
He's from the Middle East, though.
Roger, I apologize
For what?
I don't.
for derailing this shit with walrus penises
I've
and,
derailed before.
and
Wait, I'm
whale.
the one
You
who said
obviously
that.
haven't listened to our show that much.
Yeah, we talked
I
about
tried.
I only listen to it when I come across it on accident because
That's not very nice.
You missed our long
I
discussion.
forget, lady. I'm sorry.
You missed-
Oh wait, not lady. Woman. Oh, wait, hold on. Girl.
Sir.
Female.
Hang on. No, wait.
Broad.
Time out. Broad. You missed our long conversation on mermaid porn
Oh.
When was that?
a few weeks ago.
I'm gonna Google it.
What?
I've only seen
mermaid
this-
porn? It does exist.
Are you sure? So does walrus penis. I don't want to do that again.
Mermaid porn exists. That was confirmed by a friend of mine who was listening, who was a cop, and he was on duty at the time. And he confirmed
duty. You said duty.
it. Duty. Duty.
Mermaid porn seems very well protected.
What?
Like what mermaid porn? How does that work?
It's just fucking watch it next
There's-
time. Next time you're fucking having a little fucking stand alone time.
There's a lot of titty fucking, from what I understand.
Because the
Now I'm down.
does the carpet match the cloaca?
What?
A cloaca is a fish's vagina. I googled it one day. Man, I hope I get arrested for something and they have to like look at my Google search history because it's the most fucked up
Wouldn't that
shit.
suck?
Oh no, it'd be awesome. I want to be there when they do that. I don't want to. I just want to sit in the back and laugh while
Just-
they read it.
You know what we haven't done in a while? It's like the last 10 things you search on your phone.
Oh, good. I'll
Let's do it.
I gotta remember how to get to it.
I'll go first.
How do you get to it?
I just click on the Google search and it like shows me the things that the last couple of things you ordered.
All right.
Ordered. I mean,
Oh yes.
Look.
Oh, history. Got it.
Google.
Axe and ale.
No, I hate this.
all right.
There's gonna be a lot
Eid
of
ul
embarrassing shit.
Fitr, which is a Muslim celebration.
That's today, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It started today. It's the end of Ramadan. Cyanosis, which is when your body turns blue, like parts of your
What do
body.
you click on to get?
I just went to my Google search and it just pops up with the last things.
Oh, because I don't have that. Okay.
Okay. Oh, Joanne Fabrics, because I went there today. Blue-tongued skink was the last thing that came up. And I guess I can't see that much.
Jesus.
I guess
So,
I can't see past the
Mine
past, like,
is
5
Axe and
seconds.
Ale, which is a new bar out at Ferg's in St. Pete.
Okay.
You get to drink and throw axes at targets.
I want to do that.
Exactly, which is why I searched it. Buffalo Wings near me because I was out of town.
Yeah.
And then, are you ready? Billy Idol 1982 album, Billy Idol 1982 cassette, Billy Idol albums, Hot in the City, 1982 music. So,
What happened in 1982 that you're so preoccupied with it?
so Shannon Kelly posted something about her getting a CD for her 9th birthday. So I was like, what the hell did I get for my 9th birthday? And I went back. Well, my 9th birthday was 1982.
Okay.
I remember now. It was Billy Idol's.
Okay, so mine, I'll go from most recent and out. My bank's name I googled my bank.
What's your account number?
OU812.
Ah, I got that one too.
Really?
Or 3MTA3. That's my PIN number. Home Depot, because I was going.
Wait a
Home Depot.
minute.
Yeah. Juneteenth, because I was giving my kids a lesson on freeing slaves. This one's gonna sound embarrassing. This one's gonna sound embarrassing, but it's not that bad. I googled Craigslist. Yeah.
How to live stream.
Like, just-
No. My day job, I had to post an ad. So
Wait.
What was the ad?
Oh, you Googled it instead of one.
yeah,
just
I'm
went
lazy.
to a
'Cause
website.
My opening fucking page on my phone is Google, so I just fucking Google search it because I'm lazy.
Why don't you just go to the address bar?
Because I could just type in Craigslist and then it just
This
takes me
youngster
there.
telling him how to
don't.
search shit.
Because I'm old and I don't know how to use shit. Okay.
What's an address bar?
Then I googled. This is actually out of order, so I'll switch it around so it's in order. I googled the smell of rain, which is.
Grass.
You're the one that told me
Wait.
what this word was.
Walrus penis.
No shit. Petrichor.
Petrichor.
Wow,
Which
well
is
done.
ozone. So I googled ozone.
What the hell were you looking at to bring that back up to?
Aquanet.
The files in my brain.
So those are my most and voices.com.
Okay.
Mine are walrus dildos or walrus dildos. Some Facebook bullshit, mostly about things happening. Some nasal spray. No, it's a bunch of Facebook.
Don't explain, just read.
Fuck you. An Italian website about how Italians are reading at a 3rd grade level. A pullback cuff and Three Ninjas movie. Three Ninjas Kick Back.
Why in the hell are you reading about Italians reading at a 3rd grade level?
So I play the chromatic harmonica, and a person that I'm in touch with is a
3rd grader.
No. He's Italian composer, and he posted those stories. But it was in Italian. I had to
Holy
actually
shit.
click on the English leak. So now that's
What grade level are you reading at?
Probably college plus.
Way to
know.
brag, bitch.
I don't know.
College plus.
I don't know.
What's that? Like 17th grade? I don't know.
I'm illiterate as fuck.
Me too.
Oh.
Fucking.
Somebody said, "Oh, here millennials can't read cursive," and I was like, "I'm not a millennial, and fuck you, because I don't read
I
cursive."
love reading cursive.
I know you do. I
Writing
can tell.
cursive.
You get all choked up about it. You love it so much. Why don't you marry
Do
it?
you love
Ah.
reading cursive or writing cursive?
Writing cursive.
See, I don't. I fucking write like a typewriter.
Never loved cursive. Thought
Everything's
it was
capital
stupid.
You know what I can do?
Don't.
No, we're not gonna do it.
It's
You
not
put it
bad when
on
it's
it?
there.
Yeah.
If you look
She wrote
behind the
upside down.
door, She can write upside down.
How'd you know that?
I can see the fucking thing.
She wrote that standing.
Oh my god!
Isn't that weird?
What's the answer?
What's the answer? It's flat, of course, because they have members all around the globe.
It is flat. That's why people keep falling off the end of it. Aren't you? Come on.
Also,
Actually, here's proof that the Earth is not flat.
oh, good. There's a telescope that says otherwise.
No,
Telescope.
because if the Earth was flat, then cats would have pushed
No,
everything.
I
off
was
of it
gonna
already.
sing that.
I beat you to it, biatch.
God damn it! I hate this show. I'm never coming back.
It sucks.
He is happy for that.
Well, fuck you then. Oh, and have a nice day.
I love this show. I'm telling you. No, I'm
This was
very
super
serious.
deep. I don't know if I love it or hate it, but I love it.
Like I went straight back to Mike after the first one I watched and went,
But
dude, have you seen FUBAR Weekly? That shit's awesome.
And his first words were, "What the fuck is FUBAR Weekly?" And it's like,
Pretty much.
It's a show that Roger Nelson has. Who the fuck is Roger Nelson?
And I just happened
get it a
upon
lot.
it and I'm like, oh, I need to. Now I have it marked for Tuesdays. You know what I mean? Like the first couple times, I'm just.
See, my problem watching,
But now I have
watching
it
your
marked.
show is Thursday nights. Usually a pain in the ass. 'Cause a lot of times I'm working.
And that happens
That's
a lot.
everyone.
And I tell everybody too. I'm like, when they kind of bring it up, it's like, oh, why don't you tune in my show? I'm
I
like,
watch
listen,
it afterward.
I love all you guys, but I'm probably not going to tune in. I've tried to watch your show since then, but you went on break because you were eating fucking hot wings.
No,
So-
the break was McCurdy's. Okay, I had to go lose a contest.
It's not his fault, bro.
I get it.
Stephen
But-
Henry won, by the way, that night.
Fuck that
So
guy.
you two have an awesome dynamic together. And that's what I was
Thanks.
telling him is
Thank you.
I've watched other shows with females on it, grooming on it, broads
Not
with
funny
broads.
at all.
And because of your thick skin, if you will, I think, and the intelligence level of the whole thing, the dynamic is awesome.
What the fuck's he talking about?
And that's beautiful.
Intelligence level.
Oh,
She-
you're so
she
smart,
reads
dude.
beyond a
You're
college
smart.
level.
You are smart.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say that it goes for her, not for me. I'm retarded.
I was talking to her, but thanks for keeping up.
You can't
So-
say that.
Yes, I can because I
Too
am
soon.
retarded.
I don't want that.
why not?
So was Katie.
It'll take me like 3 hours to chew
So
it.
was Katie.
Katie
No,
retired.
she was totally like, I'm.
You need
No, my bad, Tiffany.
Oh.
Tiffany Barbary. She's
It'll
like,
take-
Oh.
I'm on the
Take 3
spectrum.
hours to chew it. Sorry.
like, okay.
I thought you meant Tiffany Baker, who's the
Ooh.
only guest not welcome back here.
I brought snacks.
Yeah, she brought snacks. Yeah, Tiffany, we got snacks now, so fuck off, fucking psycho.
Just in case,
Yeah,
or despite.
both.
Despite.
Yeah, despite. So we do a segment here when we have guests on.
That sucks.
Yeah, I know.
Should I pee now or leave?
If you need to pee now, you can pee now because we're going to be asking 20 questions. It's actually like 25 questions. So, ladies' room's the second door on the left.
Are we really about to ask questions?
Yeah, I'm going to ask you guys 20 questions.
Can I go first?
Well, I'm going to ask the question you guys both can answer, so you can take turns who answers.
Oh,
You guys can work out who the fuck answers first. I don't care. I just need an answer from both of you. All right.
thank you.
'Cause
I just need to know the rules.
That's how
That's
we
all.
roll. The only rule is we don't have any rules. So we also don't have any fun games. Like you guys played fun games on your show.
It's
I'm gonna start doing a game night. at
Like you
Craven
said-
Cove on Thursdays.
it's because we run two different style of shows.
Yeah.
Like we do the same thing. We have guests. We randomly talk about whatever. But Mike, when we started this, kind of wanted to keep a radio structure.
Yeah.
Breaks, segments. You know what I mean? For us, it works because our listeners get a break to go smoke or go do whatever they want to do. You know what I mean? Type of thing. The games work because our
Oh, no,
listeners
these-
love
these-
to be involved.
These listeners are my bitches for 2 hours. That's which is probably why they only watch for like fucking
And,
10
and
minutes.
like you
then
say,
leave.
you know, we've talked about before, the chat is our show. Trying to keep them involved. Well, games are one way to do that.
Rio's watching. Love you, Rio.
No, he's
We
not.
love you.
Rio.
I don't know if he's watching or not, but it popped up that he's watching.
I just popped up knowing it.
Ooh.
What? What? I don't.
We love you, Rio.
I do love Rio.
So do I. He's actually he's the only guest that didn't want to talk about whether the Earth was round or flat. Like when he was in, he fucking refused to.
He's
talk
still
about it. He's like, I don't
researching.
want to talk about it.
He's
I
still
don't
trying to
wanna
figure it out. So I went to find his shirt. I have the shirt that he's been selling. I was
Yeah.
gonna wear it here. The goddamn thing is dirty.
Damn
I'm
it!
like, God, it would have been perfect night to wear that thing.
And you clearly don't do laundry.
I do not as often as I should. Shut up.
Whatever.
Oh,
Laundry sucks. Just burn it. Get new clothes.
I got married.
I like
so
your
wouldn't
style.
have-
I'm going to American Eagle tomorrow.
You know, the ironic part is that I got everything I'm wearing from the thrift store.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got mine from people giving it to me. So what are you talking
I got married, so I wouldn't have to
so
do
bad.
laundry again. I ended up doing my own laundry.
about? Talk to him for a minute.
Fucking weird. Was it his turn? You know that bathroom was a 2-seater, right?
I would double decker him. Do I go now?
Yeah.
I get 20 questions. What's up?
We did 20 questions flash style.
No, when he comes back,
No.
Oh,
we'll ask the questions. You guys alternate answer. Well, you guys can figure out who the fuck answers
Interesting.
first.
We're still talking about poop and dick jokes.
Oh, good. So I didn't.
Do you
miss it.
pee in the shower?
Oh, of course.
Do you poop in the shower?
No, that's stupid.
Why not?
And I built the shower, so I know how it could work,
You
but
could
it doesn't
poop,
work. that
waffle
way.
stomp the nuggets. You rinse your
No,
ass out. You don't have to
no.
worry about
My-
toilet.
I don't
You're
have
doing
the-
something for the environment.
I don't have the right vacuum, so it won't actually pull through the P trap the way that it should. I actually built the P trap. I know this for sure.
I like use a pee trap.
I'm sorry. What?
That's what it's called. But what does the P stand for?
Pussy.
No, isn't the shape of the thing?
No, that's a U trap.
Yeah.
Or an S trap.
Oh,
But
so,
I have,
so
I
what's
have
a
a
P
P
trap?
trap.
What's a P trap?
P trap is the same thing. It just makes
Yeah.
pee. But it pees off into a Y and it doesn't have the right vacuum. So I'm not going to give you a plumbing story. Fucking, so when you build the kitchen, you have to have an air vent coming up. And when you do the bathrooms, you have to have an air vent coming up too. And if you don't have it vacuumed properly, it'll actually create a seal inside the walls and then through the sewage, and it'll make things smell.
I just learned something.
Mm.
I fix my toilet sometimes.
Oh, yeah? How do you do that? You replace the plunger?
No, well, yeah, I have done that too, but
Alright.
sometimes
Are
it
you-
doesn't.
Are you a
flush it.
plumber?
I just like when it doesn't flush, I like lift up the thing and like wait for it to fill up.
Whoa, hold on. You should post that on Facebook
Why?
because that's really important news. Just hold it.
Oh.
Just put it in your hand and just,
Jiggle it around a little bit.
yeah, just cup it. Cup the handle.
You're
So
not
as
very
soon as
nice.
Stan gets back from taking a shit, we're gonna do.
I
these 20
can't
questions.
fucking wait.
Is he jerking off in there?
He's the plumber.
He's the plumber.
He's the
Jesus
plumber.
Fucking Christ! No wonder nothing works around.
I
here.
just
Okay.
built my bathroom. He's a plumber.
All right, ladies
Not a good plumber, but
and gentlemen and broads.
what?
We got 20 questions. Some of these questions are deep and philosophical. Some of these questions are light and topical.
Good.
Probably most of them are light and topical. But anyway, here we go. Who wants to answer first?
Mike.
Okay. Stan. What's your non-alcoholic drink of choice?
Mr. Pibb. No, I'm just kidding. Dr. Pepper.
Fuck that. It was just a kid. Just don't admit it.
You can't afford Dr. Pepper.
That's why I drink Mr. Pibb.
No, he goes to Walmart and gets the what was it?
Dr. Perky.
Dr. Perky.
No,
Dr.
actually, the real answer would be
Lightning.
Publix lemonade.
No, it's Dr. Thunder. That's what it's Dr.
Yeah,
Thunder.
Dr.
That
Perky
Publix lemonade
Blue
is the
Dixie.
shit, dude. I'm telling you right now.
You know what gave me diabetes? Publix raspberry sweet tea.
Really?
Oh yeah. No fucking doubt. I would go get a sandwich and a half gallon of that shit and just down it like it was
You
fucking,
moved from New York and went to straight to Publix.
hell yeah, man.
Dude, Publix. Come
Publix
on.
fucking rocks, man.
It
I hate
does.
their fucking sandwiches.
You hate their sandwiches?
Suck my dick sandwiches.
They're
They're
not.
awful.
They're not that awesome.
They're
Not anymore.
fucking awful.
Now they used to be because they
Nope,
used to use
never
an
used to
actual
be.
grill.
No,
They
never
don't use
used
that
to
no
be.
more.
Nope. Don't try and pull me. Nope.
No. Why
I like
don't you
their other
I-
deli items, like their potato salad. And
Oh, their
baked
boar's head
beans.
stuff is
They're
awesome.
chili.
Yeah.
But their sandwiches suck.
I like their
They've
sandwiches.
always sucked.
So what's that got to
Like
do with your favorite
sandwiches.
drink other than alcohol?
Oh, am I answering that question?
Yeah.
Wawa just opened on Waters in Mabry.
Yes. Wawa coffee, Colombian and Cuban mixed with whatever their limited edition is.
I don't drink coffee, so
Fuck you,
All right.
New York.
I'm a New Yorker that doesn't drink coffee. I'm
That's
fucking weirdo.
stupid. And don't eat pizza either, right?
Fuck that shit. I'll fucking eat a whole goddamn. Dude, I'm going back to New York. I'm like planning out my trip so that breakfast is still being served when I go, so I can get a fucking egg sandwich.
I watched Saturday. What is it? Saturday Night Fever with John Travolta.
Yeah.
And in the beginning scene, he grabbed 2 slices of pizza and ate them at the same time. And I was like, I've never had New York pizza, but that's how I'm going to eat it when I
Yeah,
go.
no,
eat it.
nobody eats their pizza like that.
I
in New
know,
York.
but it's
Do you
fucking.
The
fold
only
it
scene I
in half?
remember from that movie
Keep it-
was the very end when he went, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to strut. And he goes fucking walking down the goddamn.
And that's why he didn't get a job for 10 years.
Exactly.
Do you fold your pizza in half?
Yes.
Is that normal? Is that a New
If
Yorker
it's a
thing?
New York
Yeah.
pizza, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I do it with
well, the
Chicago
only-
style.
Like Chicago style. All right, pizza is supposed to be a pie. Chicago pizza is a fucking
It's an
cake.
actual pie.
fucking
no,
cake.
it's a
It's a cake.
pie.
It's a
It's
cake.
a pie.
It's a fucking
cake.
pie.
It's a
cake.
fucking cake.
It's a fucking pie.
No, a New York slice you have to fold in half because they're so fucking big. You got to fold.
Look
it
at
in
this.
You do that or you do
Oh,
this.
it's so big. We
What
have to
if
fold
you-
it.
What if you met somebody, you know how people fold it in half lengthwise, so the 2 crustes are touching?
Yeah.
Crustes. Then what if you met somebody who folded it in half this way?
I would think they're weird as
They're
fuck.
Mexican.
I'd
They
smack
just
it out of
roll
their
up
fucking
like a
hand.
burrito.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? That's almost
You don't
like-
deserve to eat
They're
that
rolling a
pizza.
joint.
It's almost as bad as I think it was it Bill de Blasio eating fucking a slice of New York pizza with a knife and fork.
Wait,
Dude,
but
oh,
I
my
wouldn't do that
niece-
because it's hot and greasy.
That's how he eats
Yeah,
spaghetti.
you're supposed to eat it with your fucking hands. Be a fucking man.
My little niece, I just watched her eat a pizza from the side.
That's
You're
weird.
just
As opposed to the
jealous.
end.
Have you ever met somebody who eats a banana or a hot dog from the side? Because that's weird too.
I do
I
want to.
never-
now.
no.
It's like like
No,
a
but
typewriter.
anytime somebody's eating a hot dog or a banana, I stare them right in the fucking eye while they eat it.
Why
And
is it?
spit on it.
Why is
Or-
it weird? Why is it weird to eat a hot dog from the side but not a sub?
Who eats a sub from the
It's
side?
weird from both. That's not,
Yeah,
that's
okay,
just-
but you're
that's-
eating a
no.
sub and you take like one bite from the end, but then you start eating it from the side. You
Well, that's because
Never
they're falling
done.
apart.
No. You gotta eat. You gotta eat around the end. And
Right.
Whittle,
It's
like
whittle
an
it
ice
down.
cream.
You have too many condiments. It's slipping out.
You have to keep
Yeah.
it tamed.
You gotta tame
keep
that
it
shrimp.
tamed.
Yeah.
That's what I tell people when they're like burritos always fall apart, and I'm just because you're not eating it right.
Yep.
No,
Pussy.
what falls apart are
Pussy.
tacos. Well, actually, specifically Taco Bell tacos.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get some.
Those aren't real
movies here.
tacos.
No, correct.
All right.
Wow,
So
I want
next question.
tacos.
question number 2.
Wow,
Ready? This is heavy. What's your favorite color?
I don't care. Red, maybe green, but I like color combinations. So I like red and black or green and black.
And
I'm
you
an
talking about me
artist.
being in the closet?
Yeah, fuck you. No, I didn't say pink
Do
and
you know what
black.
color mauve is?
It's like a maroon.
I
Is it?
I rest the prostitution restaurant.
Is
My
Marvel?
mom was a lesbian.
Mauve is like a dusty maroon.
Oh, well, that's way much.
I misspoke. It's
You make
dusty.
costumes. You're allowed to know that shit.
So it's kind of weird because my favorite color used to be blue and it went to red now. Now it's red.
Because blue, everybody told you blue is a construct. Everybody told you that blue was your favorite color when you were a kid.
I mean, I'm
Fuck,
colorblind.
we're in the Matrix.
Yeah, and then you woke up one day and you were like, I like red.
I like the
better."
red pill.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3, dog or cat?
Dog. Fuck your cat.
Your dog's cool.
Is that a question?
Yes.
All right.
Do you prefer dogs or cats?
Cat dog.
Okay.
Dark cat.
Best of both worlds. It's like chicks with dicks.
I love them.
Who doesn't? Somebody fucking posted an article on
I know this. His name was.
somebody posted a fucking article today on like techniques for tucking your dick back for transgendered people.
You know, I've watched those videos because I know lots of drag queens.
I watched it because I read the fucking thing because it was funny.
I saw Silence of the Lambs.
Did you try any of them?
Would you
I
fuck
don't
with
have
me?
a pee-pee.
Oh,
His
never
name
mind.
was Dick Tucker.
How do I know?
I don't have a pee-pee attached to me.
Oh,
It lives in the drawer.
You said that.
holy shit! Your mom, Nicole. That's a great way to trigger the New Yorker. Roll the pizza like a burrito.
Next time that I eat a pizza in front of you, I'm gonna do it.
It's a burrito.
I'll laugh.
Well, look at that burrito.
I've never heard triggered a New Yorker in the same sentence.
Only when you mention 9/11.
I've never heard it.
Too soon. Go ahead.
All right. Number 4. What's the strangest job you've ever had?
I don't know the
And the
answer.
silence.
I've,
Yeah, I got
I've
real
kind
Get
of
real quiet.
'Cause when you say strange, like I've never had an actual strange job, but like the weirdest, the things that were the weirdest things that happened to me was garbage man.
Garbage men happened to you, and that was
No weird things.
He's
like
a New
the-
Yorker. You get
like
it.
yeah, the best stories
Fucking
come from that
Canadian,
job.
right?
If that's
It's not
what
a
you
real
mean.
New Yorker.
But I've never actually had a strange job.
You know,
Like
that's a better way to phrase that question is the best stories come from which job? I
Yes,
guess.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was fired in 4 hours.
like 4 hours from starting.
I
your job?
scratched my head, and they're like, "We can't use you.
He worked for
You're dealing
himself.
with food." Oh, I hate myself.
I fire myself every fucking day at 5 o'clock and then rehire them.
I don't work till 5, asshole.
No
I'm
one
done by
does.
noon.
Lucky bastard. Number 5. What is your biggest fear?
roaches.
Yes.
Ooh.
Let's high five on that.
Having to protect
Like-
Stan from roaches.
Yeah. I mean, like
Like when he sees one, does he like
He's
shriek
sup-
and jump up on a
dude,
chair and
if
shit?
if we had Snapchat live stream when this happened, there was a roach that stumbled around while we were doing a show, and my other co-host is yelling, "Terrence, get him! Don't rub your balls on the carpet!" and stands on the desk, and I'm going, "It's a fucking palmetto bug," and he's bitching out like super.
I kind of have this thing. It's like I hate them. I don't want the flying ones or whatever, but I will not hesitate to smack it.
no, no.
No,
Man.
no, like
They
if
get
I,
mad, they
I
double
remember,
in size.
No.
Yeah, well, no, like I remember like one time I was at my other job and I was sweeping or mopping or something, and a roach like ran out from like under a cabinet or some shit, and I was like ah, and then I just smacked it. And I stepped on it really fast.
See, that's the difference between you and a real girl. Is I went ah, and like I've literally,
He
you know, the
fainted
palmetto.
and then the fucking cockroach climbed on him.
Like you can't stop the palmettos sometimes. The palmettos just
They're
happen.
fast as fuck.
So I go to get in my shower in the morning,
Yeah.
and there's one there. Now I'm already in the shower. Out of the shower, hun, you need to do. Got her up, made her get the fucking thing out of the shower so I could get back in it. I'm not touching it. I'm not getting near it. I might pass out if it gets close enough to me.
In my first apartment, I had a big ass palmetto bug, and it was in my bathroom and it was running around, and I couldn't kill it, and I threw my math book at it, and it just ran away, and then
Started
finally,
doing good.
She's like, I prefer English.
and I took a cup. I don't remember what it was, like a glass, and I like tried to catch it at least, but I ended up cutting it in half, and the front half of the thing just kept going.
Exactly.
I had I lived by the dumpster in an apartment complex. So
In
every
my-
once in a while I had a roach come in, and I put my feet in my shoes, and I worked for a few hours, and then I realized that there was a roach in the front of my shoe
Ew.
because I have a little bit of a gap, and I squished it with my toe. And I went, wait, that's not my insole.
The closest thing that I've ever had to that, which is not a cockroach, thank God, which I don't know which is worse, is that my cat killed a lizard and put the head inside my shoe, and I put my foot
Oh,
in
he
there.
loves you.
This is gross.
That's love.
Ew. And in my bedroom, my back, like I don't have any windows in my bedroom. I have a sliding glass door that goes out to the backyard, and sliding glass doors aren't exactly the best sealed things in the world. So every now and again, a little buggy will come in. I remember shortly after I moved into the house, I hadn't sprayed for I sprayed diligently because I fucking hate bugs. But I was one night half asleep watching TV. All of a sudden, I see something fucking crawling across the fucking wall. And I look over, and it's I'm staring at the TV. So when you look over, you have a fucking white spot. Couldn't see it. I'm like, oh, whatever. I go back and I fucking see something coming. I'm like, what the fuck? I freaked out. Being from New York, if you have bugs in your house, if you see a roach in your house, it's because you're fucking dirty. Down here, if you have a roach in your house,
You
it's
live
'cause
in Florida. Right.
That's a fact.
That's been
Yeah.
the biggest adjustment
yeah.
is fucking bugs.
I woke up at one morning. I was a teenager. I woke up and something hit my chest. I was like, it's a palmetto bug, and I was like, I'm going back to bed.
Dude, I used to work. You would hate this. I used to work with a guy. It was at an apartment building, and anytime there'd be a fucking palmetto, he would just fucking pick it up, walk outside, and fucking throw it in the shrubs.
Oh, I don't love them. I'm not
no,
gonna marry
this guy
them,
fucking
but
would pick them up and fucking walk them.
crazy.
So here's the thing, I get nobody loves roaches, but like I literally have this uncontrolled
they're
spiders. I
not
don't mind.
roaches.
Snakes, I don't mind. They can hurt me. Roaches who can't hurt me at all. Like my insides just.
Wait a second. What are you talking about? Roaches can hurt you. They have those. Some of the roaches have those like
They hurt my
antennas
feelings.
that
They're
like
from
they,
South America.
they
Those
can
are
like
different.
smack you and like make like a welt on you.
They have to
Really?
get close enough to do it.
Prove it.
Prove it.
Okay, give me a fucking roach.
No!
Nicole,
Yeah.
your mom's got a good point. If you live in South Florida for any length of time, you get really good
Yeah.
at throwing shoes at them. I thought that.
No, I use the chancleta.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Chancleta,
I was
get it
gonna say,
right.
that's why your mother's good at throwing shoes.
Is
Yes.
that dressing
You know,
for
throw
food?
them at roaches, throw them at kids. You know.
The what?
Chunk like that.
Chancleta is your flip flop, and that's what
Uh.
like the Hispanic kids get beat with when they're kids.
I thought that was zapato.
You need Duolingo.
That's a
a
shoe.
sandal. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, zapato just means shoe.
Yeah, like
That I know.
That's a chancleta.
Oh shit. Yeah, I'll sound like that.
There you go.
Chancleta,
You
that
fucking
motherfucker right now.
roach. You cockroacha.
Related.
There was a roach in our house the other day, and Mike was like trying to get it, and I was just like, I'm going you, and I grabbed his shoe and I did it.
Which is weird because he's taller than you.
I know, but he was like trying to like get at
Well,
it.
he held her up.
Yeah.
Mike, did you say what your biggest fear was?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, with roaches?
No,
What's your biggest fear?
yours.
Oh shit. I don't. You know. I mean, look.
Jesus Christ.
That I'm
dude.
right about the world.
That is fucking.
That's pretty fucking yeah.
So you have no fears.
No, that I'm right about the world. That everybody's fucking.
Next question.
My sarcasm. Oh.
All right, you guys are both into music, so this should be interesting. What is your guilty pleasure song? The one song you'll fucking rock the fuck out to, but like if you
Love
pull up the
Shack,
light-
baby. Love Shack.
great fucking
I'll
song.
rock the fuck out of
Back
that.
in the day, I thought Kate Pearson was so fucking hot. That was a redhead.
The redhead? Oh yes. Love Shack, baby. That was a dude. Sorry.
I mean, I've
Yeah.
got a million of them, but I got a bunch of freaky, like everything from Madonna to.
I have a lot of.
Wait, wait,
I
wait.
love Madonna. Old Madonna.
Every now and then
Oh,
I fall
yes.
apart. You know.
I hate Madonna, but you said Cyndi Lauper, and that's all right.
Used to be
Right.
my
Cyndi
playground
Lauper.
is beautiful. I think that's a great song.
Which one?
Used to be my playground. I think that's the name of it.
What is that?
That's the
So Madonna song.
League of
This used to- yeah.
League of Their Own.
Oh, I got you.
theme song.
I love that movie.
Beautiful.
Love that
Oh
movie.
yes,
Great movie.
Madonna. Yes, Tom Hanks.
Do you know how many people would make fun of me as a child when I would tell them that I liked Cyndi Lauper?
Did you say fuck? I don't like Cyndi Lauper. I like the
love Cyndi
one
I love
song,
Cyndi Lauper too.
Love Cyndi Lauper.
but
I
I don't
definitely-
like. I think her voice is annoying as fuck.
I
I
know.
grew up on She's So Unusual.
See now growing up, you're about you're a couple years younger. How old are you? Stan?
45.
All right, so you're a little bit older. I remember growing up, through the '80s and hearing Cyndi Lauper's voice, but I was late, probably early teenager, and thinking to myself, I wonder what this broad sounds like when she gets fucked. That's the only thing I think of. Same thing.
Annoying, just
With
annoying.
same thing with Dolores O'Riordan from the Cranberries.
Strawberries, huh?
With that
Yeah,
yodel.
yeah,
How does she sound when she gets
zombie.
fucked? This is what I think about.
You know, Cyndi Lauper doesn't get fucked, right? Because she's gay.
I know. Thanks
She
for
has
ruining
a
it for
top
me 'cause I
drawer
thought she was
too, you
cute.
know.
She has
Yeah.
a whale dildo too, or walrus dildo. Excuse me.
All right. What fictional character do you most identify with?
Alfred E. Newman.
Okay.
Neo.
What me worry? Neo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except I would have ate both pills.
Or
at
the
same
Great
time.
Pumpkin.
All right. You've been like, fuck
I
the
don't
police.
understand. I'm doing it all.
The Great Pumpkin, I kind of identified with
fuck
quite a
Charlie
bit.
Brown.
Yeah. The Alfred E. Newman is more by looks.
Yeah, that's exactly.
It's actually Smalls from the Sandlot.
Vanilla or chocolate? We're referring to ice cream flavor.
Chocolate.
Does that twist? Does that count?
Why
Okay,
not?
chocolate.
All right, you can go both ways.
Actually, vanilla.
Can't
Vanilla.
do that.
I'm a vanilla
Makes you
guy.
gay.
All right. Number 9. What is your go-to comfort food? What makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside?
Sugar and sour. So now and later, shell shocked is my favorite candy.
Okay.
Roast beef, potatoes, carrots, and onion.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's
Girl,
that's
yes.
pretty Irish.
Favorite cheesy movie?
Oh, that's.
I there's a lot, but I love John Cusack, and I have to say that I never saw what's the one with the boombox?
Say
Anything.
Anything. I never saw it as a kid. I saw Better Off Dead and the other movies, but
One crazy summer.
Say Anything really held up.
Yeah.
As a 30-something-year-old. So
Okay.
I would say that's one of my favorites.
Lane Myers.
Lane Myers. And that's the only way I know Howard Cosell. I didn't watch
really?
Wild World of Sports. No, I watched the Asian guy from fucking Karate Kid 2.
Would Willy Wonka be considered cheesy?
Yes.
The original
no,
one?
No, I wouldn't consider that cheesy.
How about-
It's a classic.
Monty Python's
Yeah.
That's cheesy.
Life and
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cheesy.
Anything, money.
This probably won't work for you guys because you're both fucking illiterate. But favorite literary work.
Eric Clapton's autobiography.
I don't know if this is literary work, but okay.
Oh,
Why not?
Oh.
Yeah, I guess.
If it's a book and he read it.
All right.
I mean, we can go for. I mean, fiction.
No, anything. That's
Okay.
fine. That's a good answer.
Stephen Colbert's You Are American, or
I read that
yeah.
a long
Okay.
time ago. That's also a good book.
Number 12. If you could have lived through any time period, including the present, what time period and why?
So now, when you say lived, what age group are we in at that point?
Whatever it works for you.
Where you're
Like
not
where you
now.
are now. Like at right now, if you could go to any point in time
At
and
this
live,
age, okay, I got you.
or if you could have lived your life through any period of time, we'll go with that.
I just went like 10 years early. Like I saw some things that I was given some hints to that if I had seen them like a few years later, I'd be like, oh shit, let me jump on that. Like Netflix. I was told jump on Netflix. Microsoft, IBM.
50s.
I gotta find the thing talking about jumping on things. Something from the beginning when Apple came out with when the first release stock.
You're right.
Anytime they released a new product, instead of buying that product, if you bought the same value of Apple stock, like what it would be worth. I saw this whole fucking spreadsheet and went through all their product releases and how much their MSRPs were, what the stock price was then, and what everything would be worth now. And with an investment of like, I forget what the hell it is, $75,000, you'd be a billionaire.
Right.
And
Well,
it's like,
Netflix is the same thing.
Yeah.
I also say I'd be a train robber. So
yeah, all right.
Take me back to the Billy the Kid.
Women.
I would
High
fuck
women.
up CSX back then.
Number 13, your adult beverage of choice.
Dickel's whiskey is my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, mix it down with a little bit of Crooks and fucking whatever sweet drink I like.
All right.
I'm good with
So
that.
either Goose Island or Captain Morgan and Coke. One of the two.
Classic.
Basic bitch. Oh,
Of
Come on,
course.
man.
I also wanted to be.
I meant
I also
classic.
wanted. I want to live in the 50s and 60s. What do you-
See, but here's that when I drink Captain and Coke, there's a reason why I drink Captain. 100 proof Captain. That's why.
It makes my lungs wheeze.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. I'd rather
Private stock,
I'll
man.
I'll just drink it and die. I don't
No,
give a
I
shit.
don't like it. Nope. Same with
Yeah,
Jack.
private stock is
All
badass.
Jack tastes the same.
All right. Number 14. It doesn't necessarily apply to you, Stan, but it kind of does. Celebrity free pass. If you could nail any celebrity, if your girl would give you a pass to nail whoever you wanted, or in your case, if you could, and they have to be willing. You can't like rape them, so
Oh.
that's frowned upon.
Alyssa Milano.
What, are they giving me
Yeah,
the option? I'm
For fun or to teach her a lesson.
Whatever. Why ever she lets me do it.
fuck you, Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter. Commando. That was all a joke.
Commando.
Celebrity crush I haven't had in a while. Buffy,
Sarah Michelle
Michelle
Sarah
Gellar.
Michelle Gellar, and Alicia Cuthbert from 24. Or
Isn't she dead?
no, she's
No,
dead.
Even
no,
better.
No, I'm thinking of somebody else.
Only because I did it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Too soon.
No, that was funny. I was
Those are
texting
my
you.
last female real crushes.
Okay. Number 15, Dream Car.
I grew up loving the Lamborghini Countach,
Yeah,
but as
buddy.
an adult, I'm like, yeah, that's a fucking gay car. So
No, it's not. It's still my favorite.
I love my motorcycle. Just get me out
Yeah.
of the city. Yeah,
One that runs.
mine runs. Oh, poor guy over here.
Hey, you gotta.
I'm
goals.
sorry. What
have
is it?
goals.
Wealthy illiterate or?
All right. As music fans, I'm interested to hear this. What is the first album you remember buying? Now, by album, it doesn't have to be vinyl, but first.
cassette, whatever.
I love this. This is so gay. So I'm going to see the concert next month, but I told my mom to take me to the concert for Debbie Gibson.
Oh my God.
All right.
That-
And I'm going to see the concert with
But
New Kids on the
then
Block.
again, I mean, when Debbie Gibson was coming out, I mean,
Oh, that was hot. It was.
Yeah,
It was
I mean,
the.
that was the thing to do. So that in and of itself isn't so so much. But you're going with Debbie
And I was
Gibson
like
concert
9 or 10
next month.
Well, she's part of the tour, so it's New Kids on the Block, Debbie Gibson, Salt and Pepper.
Okay, that's totally gay.
No, I'm fine with it.
That's totally gay.
It's not just gay. I'm leaving the city to go see it.
Oh,
You
geez.
should.
And I'm paying for it.
Where the hell is the concert?
It's in Orlando.
All right, not too far.
So I actually got my first two the same birthday, and the whole other thing was a joke. But Purple Rain and Live at the Sunset Strip, I got
All
the
right.
same day.
All right, less gay than his. All right, cool.
I said it was super gay. It's
Yeah.
fine.
It's all right.
But Live at Sunset Strip was the first tape that I played so much that part of it wouldn't play anymore.
Damn. I could dig it. Number 17. This is where it gets serious, boys. What is the social cause you most stand for?
Leave me the fuck alone.
Local talent.
I
Okay.
like that one too.
Yeah.
That's really it's the only thing I put all my time into.
All right. And everybody appreciates that, just so you know. Number 18. Favorite video game?
I searched Contra's original for forever, and I have it, and I love it because up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, select, start.
God bless you.
I love Contra.
Mine's way more generic than that. I mean, overall times, God, it's tough. It's either Miss Pac-Man or Pitfall.
Pitfall. Holy shit.
It's the 2600 from
Yo,
Atari.
I have one of those things, like the Atari things that came out. I got to see Pitfalls on there.
I got the Nintendo one, which I like. I love it. It's in Mario
Yeah.
3, 4.
See, but I'm not big into video games, but shit
Me
like
neither, right.
Pitfall, like my favorite is Tetris.
Oh, God, yeah.
Fuck yeah. I know what that is. Let's see. Number 19. What is your dream job?
Can't say comedian.
Can't say blowjob.
No,
Can't say whatever you're doing right now.
no, I hate what I'm doing right now. You know what? I'm actually working for music. I want to play music, but more importantly, like I don't want to be 10 years from now, and let's say 20, definitely doing what I'm doing because I like to do what it allows me to do. If that
Okay.
makes sense.
No, it does.
I don't love my job, but it does what I need it to do, and I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I don't want to be that anymore. So anything beyond that, if I can leave that, I'm smart enough to know that I've
Was that an
separated.
answer?
Yes.
So we don't have to be specific?
No.
We can just kind
It'd be
of throw some
vague
shit
as
out there and then go
Yeah,
away?
whatever.
It's a booby.
Just when you string those words together, make them semi-coherent.
Okay.
Make somewhat of a statement.
So don't do that.
Yeah.
So she said, not what you're doing now. I mean, when you say not my real life job, that I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not,
don't love
because
that. That's
this
it.
is what I want to. If I could do anything and make money at it,
I'll be in the
This is it.
podcast. Are you a podcast?
this is it.
You just want to make money by hanging out with me? I mean,
Fucking A.
it's a shitty job.
Hold on a
That's it.
second.
I don't
If
care.
I could make $100 by sitting with you for 2 hours, I'd do it.
I mean, you could. You might have to work a little bit.
if I
you
could
know
get
what I mean?
$5 in a
No.
Mr. Pibb.
You just have to earn it the hard way.
No.
But no, seriously, I mean, that's the reason he asked me to do this. This literally is where I would love to be.
Okay.
I'll allow it. No, sorry.
Number 20. What is the most interesting, crazy, weird, bizarre fact about you? And you.
I mean, I've been swatted. That's pretty interesting.
SWAT is interesting.
Who swatted you? Did you find out who swatted you? Swatting, for those who don't know,
No,
is
we
when
don't
somebody,
know.
Yes, it's when somebody calls in like there's some sort of a threat at your house, and the SWAT team kicks in your door and says hi.
Specifically, they said I killed my girl and I had my 2 kids with a bomb, is what the story was.
Were you live streaming at the time?
We were live streaming at the time.
Was it an open mic live show?
It was an open mic live show.
Is that show still available?
That show is not. It is available, not on live stream because we were on a different source. The audio is available, and I have the full chat because the guys were in the chat room.
And we're selling little chunks of shit that were in our pants.
Oh,
Dude, that's the scariest thing that's ever happened.
But did they find out who did it? And
No,
really?
So
they said
was
very
it-
clearly that it's very difficult to do.
Was it a product of something you may have said online that was like maybe joking, but
Not at that time. We didn't have enough.
So being rational, Russia was hacking our website a lot.
okay.
Like if you look at our views, Russia was 90% of the hits. So looking at that and looking at the way they worded things in the chat board, I would say it was somebody from Russia. However, I have some theories about people in the Tampa Bay area.
Okay.
So this may qualify for that question. My first wife now does internet porn. She
All right.
sells videos for $60 a piece under the name Smoking Angel.
Okay, we'll have to remember that Smoking Angel. I'll have to look it up later.
Does she live in Tampa?
Fuck no, that's why I'm here.
Is the Earth round or flat?
I have a telescope. It's round.
Okay.
I
How does
get
a
it.
telescope show you it's round?
Because I get to see.
What do you
all-
think, Nicole?
Totally flat.
Flat.
Well, no, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Oh
It's-
shit,
it's,
round.
It's definitely round. It's 100% definitely round. I've seen the curvature of the Earth. I've been to the other side.
I've tried running off the
Earth.
edge of it. It doesn't work.
I've
I've
been really
been
far
in-
away from where we
Yeah,
are.
I've
It's
been in an
definitely round.
airplane. I've seen. Yeah, it's
It's definitely round.
a cat didn't knock something off of it.
Last question I have, then Nicole will have one for you. iPhone or Android?
Android.
Android.
God damn, I love you guys.
Yas. All right. My favorite question, other than is the Earth flat or round, is take us through a typical day of Stan and Mike. Together or separate, whatever you want.
I mean, the radio prep is pretty boring.
Because you don't do it.
Well, but it's a precursor to you doing prep like weeks prior to set up the show. Me, I work, I clean pools, I come in. It's nothing exciting. Usually, I'm pretty tired, so I take a nap by noon. That's really how things go. My ideal day is I finish that up and we go paddleboard or bicycle riding, and that I usually complement a work day with something outdoorsy, whether I go see the world or something.
I guess the cliff notes are literally, it's so random. Like going to work is the only thing that stays the same. I go to work every day. Beyond that, it's everything from going to open mics to going to see bands to dealing with my ex-wife to, you know what I mean? Like literally no day is the same. I don't think I ever have a equivalent day one day after the next.
I agree with him.
Okay.
I'm busy. I'm a musician.
But I mean,
You have a lot
podcaster.
going on.
Yeah.
but
so-
most of my days are either researching for the show, communicating with you guys in one way or another, going to see you guys in one way or another. Like literally my whole day revolves around this show, to be quite frank with you.
Okay.
Almost every day.
Mine doesn't at all.
It shows.
Fuck this
It
show.
shows.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
And like finding guys like you is half the fun. You know what I mean? Browsing around and then running into a show like this, because there's a million shows out there. To find one that you actually enjoy watching and listening to is so relieving and fun to do.
We appreciate that.
I'm serious.
I'm serious about appreciating it.
I know I'm
For
serious.
reals.
I believe you both.
I'm for real.
Was that the last of the questions?
Yes.
Nice. Very nice.
All right, I have a question for you.
Okay.
What?
What's the best thing about doing this show with Roger?
I literally learn something every week. On top of that, I do.
Okay.
But what's the last thing you've learned?
What'd you learn this week?
Do not invite open mic to your show.
We learned that Stan's ex-wife does porn.
There's that.
No, but seriously,
I usually learn something. We have good discussions. It's the one thing. It's one of the things that I get to look forward to every single week. It's like my one constant because I have like 100 jobs and
She's Jamaican too.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I'm on. Jamaican
So-
me crazy.
So it's like it's my constant. It's something that I get to discuss. It's something that makes me come out of my shell because naturally I'm a very shy person despite what all of my jobs have to do with. So yeah, that's it.
and Roger, what do you think is the biggest advantage of having a female as your co-host or other side of the table?
Yin and yang, man. It's good to get a woman's perspective. And it's good to get a different perspective, not just from a woman's standpoint, but she has a different outlook on life than I do. And it's just,
It's not annoying.
we have as much as we're different, we have a lot in common as well. So it's a nice blend. It's a nice balance.
I agree. It's literally like
Yeah.
what I went back to tell him. I'm like, they work so well together. It's
I'm
freaking
ugly.
awesome.
She's cute. I'm retarded. She's smart.
I think it's interesting because you guys go deep and we go deep too, but we do it in a different manner. So being here involved in this is quite interesting that you're pulling the same information out, but in a different way.
Yeah.
But like you pointed out in the beginning, we're different.
Yeah.
But I'm involved in a lot of shows in this area. They're all different. If they weren't, then where are we at? You know what I mean?
Exactly. And the ones that are all the same are the ones you don't even notice.
It's a fact.
Just ask me.
So anyway, I'm done taking over your show. Go ahead. Back to
All
you.
right, cool. Yeah. So We're on the wind down now, so Nicole,
There's wine.
no wind,
Oh,
wine.
There was. I
wine.
drank it all.
Yeah, she drank it.
Saw that
She
with
drank
your
it with a fucking
beautiful-
straw.
I love your silver straw.
Thank you.
I am totally like I'm a paddleboarder.
Because of that straw, a sea turtle will live.
I saw my first sea turtle. I've been paddleboarding for 8 years and I never saw a sea turtle. I saw one last weekend and I'm so happy.
Nice.
And thank you.
How big
Did
was
you-
it? Was
It was like
big.
that big. No, it wasn't a Ninja Turtle. It was just a.
Okay.
It was a
Didn't have
mini
a
turtle.
bandana on. Eat pizza.
No, it did.
with
He,
Master
it
Splinter.
was a white Michelangelo. It
Can I
was-
please just tell you that I still love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and when I was little, people are like, "That's a boy cartoon," and I'd be like, "Fuck you guys, I want to be April." Also, the ninjas.
There you
So
go.
Yeah, but April was kind of gay. I'm just kidding.
I mean, that's cool though. She wore yellow. She wore
I
yellow.
hate the new April. The old April was cool.
Yeah, I'm not down with new April. I
Megan-
want
Megan
yellow and
Fox sucks.
jumpsuit April.
So this is Turtle Talk.
Turtle in the half shell.
Turtle power. Nicole, something's going on tomorrow. What's going on? Something's supposed to be at.
New
Whatever.
Connections Artist Showcase at Bellagio Cinema, which is
Yeah.
in the Carrollwood area of Tampa. I don't know what happened.
Just watch. She's like a machine when she does this.
Like a billboard.
Show doors at 7, show at 8. We have 3 comedians. We have Miss Jessica Stern, Zobo69, and Ian Frost. We also have a contortionist, a drag king, and 2 burlesque performers.
Woot, woot.
Some of
That's
them are
19.
coming. Yeah, huh? What?
If my math is right, that's 19.
Where is this at?
What?
You have 19 guests.
Why are you talking?
Why are you saying
Where's this
19?
at?
You have 7. You said we have 3 comedians and then 4 other people.
Yeah, it's 7 performers.
Oh,
Jesus.
That's 8.
This
So-
is why we can't have nice things, Mike.
Oh, so this is going to be at Bellagio Cinema in Carrollwood, which address is 11778 Northdale Mabry Highway, Tampa, Florida 33618.
woo!
Other than that, you can find me at Prom in Wonderland, which is going to be Friday, June 21st, and that's going to be in the Flamingo Resort and Hotel in St. Pete, Florida. That's one of the biggest Pride events that happens in this area. Every year, it's an Alice in Wonderland themed prom because everybody deserves to go to prom.
There you go.
Other than that, I'm going to be working a Toy Story promo on Saturday, June 22nd in a light of the new movie that's coming out, Toy Story 4. Other than that, every Friday and Saturday, you can find me belly dancing at Acropolis in South Tampa and St. Pete, respectively, and go-go dancing in Ybor Fridays and Saturday nights from 10 till 1:30 in the morning with Miss Beautiful K2 Lemieux and Holly Havoc.
Yeah.
So, other than that, let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you real quick about tomorrow's show. Real quick. It's
Tell me.
it's an artist showcase. I want everybody under one roof. I like having artists come together and sell their physical art and also share their art on stage. This month we have performers coming from Jacksonville, Orlando, Sarasota, and Tampa.
That's awesome. You put this together?
We both put it together.
You guys do?
She does.
That's
cool.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
that's
we both
great.
put it
I
together.
have art for sale for later. So
Like right now,
No, like
No,
real
no, for
art. Oh,
later.
he's good.
like for another show.
yeah.
Come,
Let's get
come to
together.
tomorrow's show.
Okay. I can't, but okay.
Okay, well, another time then.
But he really does. He's a great.
I have
painter.
band practice, but yes, I'm interested.
Well, that's awesome.
And tell
You
your
guys-
friends,
that's
man,
great.
to come to talk to me because
Okay.
I'm trying to do some other stuff too.
I'll do that.
So yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get you in touch with whoever you want. Yeah, that's what it's about, really.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any live appearances coming up aside from Open Mic Live?
Coming up soon, no.
Like,
Nothing live
Couple
for us. I mean, our
months,
next big
yeah.
thing is we have a 2-day event we're putting together at the Brass Mug with a bunch of bands, 15 bands. We're doing a
Nice.
benefit there for 2 days, Friday and Saturday. But the biggest thing we have is this Thursday, Mr. Rio Paris will be in the studio
Woo!
Yes.
this Thursday. So it should be interesting.
Yeah.
Rio Paris.
He was booked a while back.
Well before.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
But what are you gonna? Yeah. So it's gonna be
All right.
interesting, and nonetheless,
Yeah.
I
he's a
can't
great
wait.
guy.
He is.
Where can we listen to your show?
Let's see, Facebook / Open Mic Live,
Okay.
or Open Mic the Show. If you're a friend with us on Facebook, Open Mic Live, find us there, and it's an open forum, so you don't have to be friends with us. You can find us there. I share the page, I share the Spreaker, I share all the shit there. So 7 p.m. Thursdays, openmictheshow.com. That'll be your first source. Just click on the live link and poof.
Got it. So I mean,
Thank you, Roger.
Dale Smith says that his daughter belly dances at Acropolis too.
Yeah,
Smitty!
she does.
Smitty
Dale
is
Smith, who's your daughter and which location?
Was that the
so Smitty. That's Dale Smith
Okay.
is the the co-host of one of my favorite shows and one of the
Spicoli
funniest people I've ever
TV.
met.
Yeah.
His daughter is also a Buccaneer cheerleader,
Is
by
she?
the way.
Yep.
Yeah, so
She's
she's not very
probably-
talented or pretty, just so you know.
That's why
She's-
he's promoting her.
yeah, she's awesome.
She needs all the help
Which-
she can get.
So-
I love supporting other belly dancers in this area. Like obviously other
So
artists
at
too, but, like,
Acropolis-
belly dancers is my favorite thing.
Do they have belly dancers
Is that
daily?
Tarpon Springs
Friday and
or
So you should know her then, probably.
Well, we get assigned to locations and we pretty much stay at that location until we get rotated to a different location.
I got you.
So, and sometimes if we like need somebody to cover us, we'll reach out to like the other dancers, but very, very rarely do I like get to physically meet them.
Gotcha.
So,
As far as me with my live schedule, I got a whole bunch of shit coming up.
I'm
So-
not waiting.
What's that?
Thanks,
Mike's gonna go take a shit again. Have fun. Hope everything comes. Don't forget. Always wipe from front to back. Never sweep dirt into the kitchen. So me coming up, I have the New Connections Artist Showcase tomorrow at Villaggio. I am hosting said event. That's going to be good. So if you're in the Tampa Bay area, come check that out. Do not fucking miss the show. Don't miss a good goddamn show. It's the best $10 you'll spend on a Wednesday night. Coming up next week, I am in New York on tour. On Monday night, I will be on The Newman Show on Strong Island Television. The 11th, I'll be doing FUBAR Weekly from the studio of No Good Struggle. My buddy Justin McDonald does let me use his space to do FUBAR Weekly next week. And you asked about calling in. Yes, we'll arrange that.
thank you.
And where is that at? I'm sorry, the one next week?
The
Or the one you just said, the FUBAR Weekly that she's going to call into?
yeah, she's going to call. I'm going to do it for my buddy's show.
In New York.
Yeah, New York.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I wish I could fucking take Nicole with me, but apparently she's like got, better things to do.
Jobs
Um,
and shit.
On Wednesday night, the 12th, I will be at the Broadway Comedy Club in New York City. On the 14th, Friday night, I will be at McGuire's Comedy Club in Bohemia. That one's right behind the McDonald's, right across the street from MacArthur Airport or Islip Airport. Definitely come to that one. That is the comedy debut of Mr. Peter Wolfinger. You have one hell of a lineup that night. You have me, Peter Wolfinger, George Gallo of the viral video Sore Losers fame, hosted by John Butera from Aragona's Comedy. That's going to be Friday night at McGuire's. Definitely, if you're in New York, Long Island, come to that fucking show. Do not miss it. On Saturday night, I will be judging the Suffolk County finals of the Aragona's Comedy Contest at Barton's Place in Mount Sinai, New York. And then the dates I have booked for July, on the 14th, I will be at Del Mar and St. Pete at the Dirty at 9:30. I guess they changed it to. I'll be on the Dirty show. And then actually the 27th, I will be at Gators in Umatilla. And then I'll be making a return to New York at Broadway Comedy Club on the 2nd of August. Julius hooked me up with that one. So big shout out to Julius Donat over at Broadway Comedy Club. Appreciate you, bro. One other thing I wanted to mention that I wanted to mention at the beginning of the show and forgot. FUBAR listener who's not listening tonight, Christian Conklin, our race car driver connection, won his first race.
Woo! Yay!
He
go
won the
Christian!
gut and go race at Riverhead Raceway last weekend. There's a video. I'll actually share it up. I was waiting to share it till I talked about it on the show, but he won in the Tiburon,
Yes.
in the fucking Hyundai. He won the race. So
Woo!
yeah, go Christian. I know your mom's fucking proud of you. She is. No, she is.
I believe you.
I used to work with his mom. The connection with him is years ago. I worked at a racetrack in New York. Believe it or not, the oldest paved oval in the country is in New York. The oldest NASCAR track in the country is in New York. I worked there with his mom. His mom passed away a couple of years ago, but I'm still in contact with her sons. They're all good people, and
That's awesome.
yeah, her mom's
Hell
definitely
yeah.
proud. Best moment with his mom. We had an official, the NASCAR officials from the track. We have like a big fucking party every year.
Well, you know how NASCAR started, right?
Moonshine.
Right.
Yeah, Sean
Bootleggers.
Ryan.
They were just
Yeah, that track was built was paved in 1949, so it's the oldest paved oval in the
Okay.
country, and that's continuously operating. But best memory with his mom, we had this officials party, and I'm not into dancing, I'm into drinking, so I'm sitting there, I'm fucking drinking, and she comes over to the table and she wants to dance with somebody, and none of us have any interest.
so did Whitney.
And this is the only time I've ever heard his mother say something like this. She looks at us almost like, "You're all a bunch of fucking pussies." She fucking stormed away. It was the best. After his mom, we were all reminiscing about about his, and that's the one thing that's really stuck in my head. And I've known that woman. I knew her for
hilarious.
years. Worked with her for years. I've known the boys since they were fucking kids. And you're all a bunch of fucking pussies.
That's hilarious.
Was brilliant. So on that, Nicole, you have any parting words for the people out there in listener land?
Be nice to each other.
Fuck it. Fuck each other. Whatever. No, seriously, just get consent first. Open mic live. Mike, Stan, anything to any final thoughts?
Be kind, rewind.
Yeah.
Stop fucking messaging me. I don't want to fucking talk to you.
Now I'm gonna fucking message you a lot more.
I won't read it.
It's not gonna be something you'll read.
No, I'm gonna read it. You can have dreads because that's really what I'm hoping
Literally,
for.
though, the last thing I would like to say is thank you, Roger and Nicole, for
Thank you.
allowing
No,
us
thank
to
you.
invade
This is awesome.
Thank you guys for coming on. Definitely appreciate it. Guys, check out their show, Open Mic Live, on every Thursday night. You guys go at 7 o'clock, right?
7.
7 o'clock. I was on the show fucking 2 weeks ago. I can't fucking remember. So 7 o'clock,
Me
Open Mic
neither.
Live. Check it out. I know you knew that because you were there.
No, I couldn't remember.
Yeah, I can't.
I forgot you were there.
Yeah. That's all right. I'm that unmemorable. I know.
You have diabetes. I get it.
So yeah. So everybody, take care. Thanks for listening again. We do this every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Next week will be a show from New York. Nicole will be calling in. We'll be doing that from the studios of No Good Struggle.
I want to go to New York.
He's gonna pop
You
it.
can go to New York and Times Square, and they have topless girls there now.
And
24 hours a day.
is the topless guitar player still there?
The Naked
dude?
Cowboy? Hell
fuck.
yeah, man. You know how much money that guy makes?
Too much.
Who cares?
Is
He's
it tax
fucking
free?
awesome.
Does he pay state taxes?
Yeah, he
on
pays
that?
taxes on it.
Does he really?
Yeah.
I bet he.
I mean, he
fucking
doesn't pay. He
screws
may
it
not pay
up.
taxes on everything, but he's paying taxes.
Where can I go in Florida and make money like the New York girls?
Miami.
Mars.
Yeah, Miami.
But everybody's in a bikini in Miami,
Mm.
and you can't be topless.
That's some bullshit. This is why fucking
Lame.
Miami sucks. New York allows you to free the nipple.
Well, Miami lets you to be topless only on the nude beach.
Well, it's anywhere that's designated as a nude beach. That's kind of what a nude beach is. Just saying. I can tell you this though: the very first time I ever went to a nude beach, I was so fucking disappointed because I'm like, I have this like in my head that's gonna be like all fucking hot chicks.
It's
all-
Italian.
No, it's all dudes. It's all,
It's all
old
old
dudes.
dudes with
Listen,
fucking
if I-
saggy balls
If I
and
know
gray
anything,
pubes.
my like 67-year-old aunt and uncle regular the beach. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So that's the show tonight, kids. Appreciate you listening. Anybody who's still sticking around, there's 7 of you. And Mike says, "Shove it up your ass," and yeah, that's kind of where we're at.
I'm gonna pop these Chinese titties.
Don't fucking leave with my titties.
I'm
Oh,
not
by the way,
leaving.
Kristen messaged me that there is a stripper who had her breast implants removed, and she's selling the implants.
Who's Kristen?
From Swap Tampa.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
I thought it was Kat.
Cat, Christian, whatever.
I want to say who would buy those, but I'm like,
She's a
oh,
hooker,
fucking
okay? She's our house hooker.
Oh, good.
But
Wait,
yeah,
she's selling her implants?
no, not her, but a stripper is. She sent me a picture of the ad. There's a stripper selling her implants.
Yeah, but why would somebody want to sell their implants though?
Make
Why
money.
would somebody want to buy their implants?
Yeah,
That's
make
kind of
money.
what I'm asking.
People will fucking buy anything. Trust me. You want to make some really
That's
fucking.
true.
You want to make some really quick cash?
I
Put an
just
ad out that you're selling you used panties.
I
You'll
shared
make a
it-
fucking fortune.
I shared a meme earlier that was the
I wish I was
underwear
joking.
Start
taker.
debating. No.
Yeah, I know.
I shared a meme earlier that was the underwear taker. So
Yeah.
it's the underwear taker.
So there you go.
Can you share that with me? Because I would like to.
it.
Okay.
There we go.
Again, thanks for listening, guys. We're done. Have a good week. Take care. Don't forget to spay or neuter your children. Nicole, what do you got to say?
FUBAR out?
Boobar out. I like that. That's the new one. Boobar. We're changing the name of the show. Boobar. We're gonna put tits on the skeleton.
FUBAR out.